considered a mass killer.
Yeah. Yeah, they hadn't had that terminology.
Because he would kill multiple people at a time.
That's true.
Whereas a serial killer is normally considered one kill done separately, but lots of them. Yeah. Anyway, before I carry on a serial killer rant, because I will.
Hey guys, have you heard of this new true crime podcast? It's called Rolling for What?
This is how we segue into it.
Honestly,
now. Yeah, we're not playing D&D anymore.
Yeah. Honestly, within our breaks, if we just have a section of hello and welcome to Rolling for What Kill, it was today I'm gonna roll a dice and we'll see which serial killer we end up with. That's a natural 20. Today we're talking about Ted Bundy. Let's
go. Okay, so let's play D&D.
Yeah.
My brain's itching to say this, so I'm just going to say this real quickly. Having learned about the mole's murders, by the way, didn't fucking know that they targeted kids. No idea. I thought they targeted teenagers. Didn't know they targeted actual children. Anyway.
Yeah. That sucks.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I think if I segue into that as the intro, killing kids. What's with this channel and killing kids?
It's just such a natural segue for us, just child murder.
Just a hobby.
Starting off real strong. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rolling for What. We are gonna play some D&D. I still have to nail down that intro. I don't really know what to say after that specific bit.
Nothing needs to be said ever.
The home of D&D and child murder. We're gonna roll right into intros.
And we don't condone.
No, we don't condone. We talk about it, but we don't condone it. So if you wanna, Katie, introduce yourself first.
No, I don't.
God, Jesus Christ.
Hello.
One of the weeks.
I'm literally. Hello, I'm Katie. Pronouns she, her, and I play 84, also she, her. 84 is a little rogue bard changeling, but instead of changing into people, she changes it into inanimate objects. I do not have a fact this week. I did not even think about it until literally just now. So you're not getting anything.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. I'll have to go with nothing for this week.
It's a bit of a messy episode, this one, to start with.
Yeah,
but it's fine.
Sure.
Chloe.
Hi everyone, I'm Chloe, pronouns she, her, and I play Garina, pronouns she, her. Garina is a feisty little redhead dwarf. And my fun fact is, we don't know where Garina is.
No, we
That's
don't.
my fun
Know
fact.
where Garina is.
Garina.
That's my fun fact, is that I hope to play today.
Because you didn't last week.
Because
you kind of
I just existed last week.
What's so bad for you?
It was fine. I got loads of work done. It was great.
We'll find her. She'll just show up.
You're like, yeah, let's go in the sewers. I was like, yep, she's definitely not going to be there. But that's fine. You will go that way.
Bye.
There's a lot going on.
Aries, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Aries. My name is Aries. I already said that. Oh, I'm not here. I'm not here. My pronouns. That's what I'm going on to. He, they. He, they. For me. For Jam. He, him. Jam is a half-orc fighter little guy. And that's all I have to say about him for now. I don't have a fun fact.
That's fine.
That's
okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You're leaving. You're done.
I'm just
you're like, no more
call.
podcast.
Goodbye.
Hi everyone, I'm Ash. Any pronouns, and I play Viforsworn and Naren. Viforsworn, the fallen Asimar druidic monk, and Naren, the tiefling warlock, because it's a classic. My fun fact this week is that we're all really tired and our brains are not working. I think Chloe is the most awake out of anyone. And
I am.
yeah,
Can you tell it's half term?
Yeah.
It's going to be a very interesting session, I imagine. Everyone's brains are just. So yeah, that's my fun fact.
And my name is TJ. I am your humble DM for this evening. I go by he, him pronouns, and I play every other character in the world and with every other pronoun in the world. My fun fact this week is that Jeannie, you don't know where Jeannie is because Jeannie turned to goop last week.
He is good.
Play-Doh.
He is Play-Doh. And so, yeah, you are unsure where both Garina and Jeannie have gone. It's 2 down, 3 to go. So,
Boris.
Boris, obviously.
I mean,
stop
don't
leaving
forget
my
the
boy
duck.
out.
I always feel like even if Shaletown wanting to do something to Boris wouldn't let it happen.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
whether
I've
Shaletown
always
wanted it
thought
or
of
not.
him as a god.
That's
so,
fair.
You know.
fair.
Also,
another fun fact: I have rum in a tankard.
Oh, I was.
That I'm
gonna
taking
go
to love.
Nice.
So,
Did
there.
could have told
Very
me
nice.
you were going on the alcohol.
Well, I was really thinking that the alcohol. I'm only having the one because work tomorrow. But I'm thinking
one
the
alcohol,
alcohol will
actually.
hopefully just it's a lot of alcohol in this. I will say.
Give you some pep in your step.
Yeah, well, it's more to numb the foot pain I have from using the pep in my step to get to a train station.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love.
Anyway, TJ.
Who is ready to play some D&D?
Me.
Yay!
Please.
Yeah.
Craig, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, fuck off, Craig.
No one wants to know,
Who cares
Craig.
about Craig?
If Craig gets to play before I do, I'm leaving.
It'll be the first word he says as well. He'll be like, I got a 17 on initiative. What the fuck, Craig?
Shout out to any Craigs watching. Fuck you.
Yeah. Sorry, all the Craigs.
Wow,
Yeah,
sorry,
we're
Craig.
so sorry that your name is Craig.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm going
so
to find someone called Craig and make them watch this.
nice.
Yes.
just like catch that as a reel and just like throw it on
Yeah.
Instagram. That's
Yeah.
our warning to anyone called Craig watching the show.
We know a Craig.
Oh, I know a Craig, my cousin. Hi, Craig. Forgot
Hey,
to-
Craig.
Oh no. He's married. It's fine. He's fine. Okay, so D&D.
D&D.
Recently married. That's what I meant to say. Not just because he's married, he'll be fine. But yeah. Okay, so you all managed to investigate the graveyard, the Darkwood Cemetery, after finding out that Norman was there. And then once you found him, 84 and him ran off to Andre's shack while the group stayed behind and distracted the chosen few, and realized that Garina was gone. And then after the invitation from Father Crawford, you all met back up at Andre Patrine's house, and you attempted to negotiate and interrogate Norman as to the whereabouts of Orin Scrivello. That didn't work so well. The belligerent little shit made of wood was not being very cooperative. No matter the threats or anything that came his way, he seemed to be very stern and set in his ways. Until Jam was talking to you all about how you should all stick together and how that you're a family and that you don't want anything to happen to anyone else since Garina is gone now, and that you should all protect each other at all costs. This seemed to resonate with Norman in some way, and so he agreed, after hearing Jam speak so fondly of you all, to take you to the man that you seek, Orin Scrivello.
Pretty gay.
Okay.
Wow.
Gay. I want to bring that back. I want to try and find that clip.
It's so good.
So, after he agreed, you all set out and left Andre's house, and you made your way towards where Norman knew there was an entrance to some place where you would use in order to get where you needed to go. You were in the middle of the street when there were various chosen few members that started looking towards what you were doing whilst you were Norman was trying to open a manhole cover after being drawn attention to by Dorothy, the mother of the little girl, as you entered Shaletown. And 84 and Naren put on a wonderful performance just off to the side as Naren did a little jig and 84 was like playing her flute. And Jam, you rushed off to the Darkwood Cemetery to go grab Norman's bag as there was something in there that he needed to open up the manhole cover to get into the sewers. After this happened, you all managed to successfully distract the Chosen Few enough, and with a most badass moment where 84 lit a cloth on fire, draped the cloth over her mage hand, and circled a group of Chosen Few members and backed them off. You dove off of a roof, and once you hit that mark near the group, Naren flew out a wall of flame around the entire group to protect them. As it was discovered, you found out that the Chosen Few aren't afraid of fire, but fire definitely ensures that they may or may not get back up.
I forgot how cool we were.
It was
So
really
cool.
cool.
I was literally about to get up and go give you a high five, Ash, and then I was
Yeah.
like, no, it's fine.
That was the coolest shit we done
That
since
was the
Carino,
coolest
you know,
shit.
cut
It was
off
so
Aena's
cool.
head.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was really cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so after you all jumped into the manhole cover, Naren, you were just about to jump in, and as you grabbed Jeannie to push her down, you realized that she was incorporeal. She was goop. And she melted into almost like Play-Doh-like material on the ground. That's 2 of your group down now, as you jumped into the hole, the manhole cover covering up your entrance. You made your way through the sewers and came across creatures that Norman referred to as rotter worms, and suggested that you all remain careful and quiet whilst you're down here, since too much noise attracts their attention. You fought a few of them, and now you join us here, where at the crossroads to this sewer system, Norman is heading right, and the rest of the group are following shortly behind. So, with that in mind, we're going to go to the top of the initiative order that was there before, now that combat has finished. Naren, what would you like to do?
Gosh.
And remember, you have to make a stealth check every half movement.
Yeah, my natural 20 stealth check you won't let me have.
Yep.
Because it was made last
It
second.
was made
It was made
last
7
session,
days
but
ago.
It was all prepped. And I was it was.
You don't get
it
to
was
prep
done-
your rolls. That's
No,
not how that
it was done in the
works.
session. You asked me to roll, so I was like, okay, cool. I'll do the rolls ready for when I have to move. And then I did them. I was like,
Well,
okay,
I
well,
would have asked you to re-roll them anyway. You don't get to prep your rolls.
It wasn't
Not
a
how that
prep. It was
works.
I was going to do the movement, and you said every 15 feet, was it?
It's every
Yeah.
every half your movement. So essentially,
Yeah.
like, so whatever
yeah,
half
yeah.
your movement is, you make a stealth check.
Yeah, so I had rolled for those movements, and I got a 17 and a 20. I was like, cool, I'm set, amazing, great. I was ready. I only rolled twice. That was it.
Yeah.
So, but
That's a
now I'll roll on that one. We'll see. I rolled a 17, so that's all
Hey,
right.
nice. So you can move your token up to wherever
Yeah.
you want to move it to.
I can get past Jam, right?
At the moment, yeah, I'm gonna say because there's no like combat or anything, you can move past
Okay.
the spaces that other people are in.
Cool. And okay, well, I can only get behind Boris. There we go.
Okay.
Cool.
So, is there anything you want to do in this moment? Because obviously we're very free, loosey goosey kind of initiative. If there's anything you want to do, let me know.
Well, in that case, can I get round past Norman then?
Yeah, if you want to.
I have to roll again.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
19.
Sweet.
Okay.
Bosh. Now what do I see?
So let's have a look at what you see. This.
Oh, I don't like that.
So just at the corner, as you round the corner, you hear what sounds to be slime or some squelching noise, and you look over right at the far end of this tunnel. You see a writhing creature in the corner, just sort of ambiently sitting there almost. It doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Cool. I'm just gonna like put my arm out and be like, "There's another one."
Be careful. If we need to go across, we're gonna need to jump over, because the water's too loud. So just be careful.
Okay. Are you sure it's this way?
I'm fairly certain, yeah.
How certain?
I don't know, like 75, 80% sure. Kinda.
Boris, quack
Let's-
once for agree and quack twice for not agree.
Roll. Oh, hang on. I'll roll a persuasion check for Norman. What were the options again? Sorry. Quack once for what?
I said to Boris to quack once for agree and twice for not agree.
Okay. It's kind of a weirdly worded question, but he quacks once.
Okay. That's just to agree with what Norman's saying. To be
Yeah,
like, yes,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna
No,
keep going.
yeah. That's fair.
Okay.
So he quacks once, but like it's very quiet as a quack.
Yeah.
And 84, you hear him go, "I have no idea."
Wonderful.
So-
Just what I wanted to hear.
Next up is Jam.
No,
Ruh-roh.
just stuffed my
Uh-oh.
face. No, I'm not ready.
Oh no,
He wasn't ready.
he wasn't ready.
Okay. I can only move 2 squares, right?
In this like moment, because there's no like combat, I'm gonna say you can move through people because they'll let you sort of go by. They'll hang up against the wall. But every half movement, you have to make a stealth check.
Okay. How much is each square again? Just remind me.
5 feet.
5 feet.
Okay, fine.
So you should be able to get ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Also,
I'm
I
not
never
going
added
to.
myself.
I'm just gonna go behind Boris, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna say because that's 10 feet, you're not gonna need to make a stealth check at this time.
Yeah.
You're just sort of like
I'm
going
just
up
gonna-
behind Boris.
Yeah, I'm just gonna catch up to everyone. I'm just gonna stay here because I'm one of the least stealthy.
Okay, that's fair.
And I assume that I would have heard you say that there was a thing.
You wouldn't be able to hear it from where you are, but if Naren did mention it and like pass it down the line, so you would know that round the corner somewhere is one of those
Oh.
creatures.
Could I have messaged?
Sure.
Cool. I'm going to message. Well, I'll message Jam because I know he was the one who was closest, so I'll message Jam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would know that there's one of those creatures around the corner. You're unsure as to like specifically where, but you know it's like down there somewhere.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay there. I'm also gonna look back at 84 and just be like, "You coming?" And like beckon her forward, I guess.
And that is 84's go as well.
84 is going to move up to the bridge. And she's sort of gonna look at Jam, and she's gonna look at the group. She's gonna look over at the bridge. She's gonna look back at the group.
He looked to me, and I looked at him, and he looked to me.
And she's just gonna message into Norman's head and gonna be like, "You're not super certain that that's the direction, right?"
You hear a reply back. He goes, I'm fairly certain. I mean, I only remember ever going right, so that. Oh, where the hell's Ash gone? Oh, just left. Hey, you good?
Welcome back. That was a fun experience.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
I don't know if I somehow hit a key when I put my tankard back down, but I doubt it. It just It just happened. I was
He's
like,
already pissed.
Yeah. They're fucked already.
Only
had one.
One tankard and they're done.
Yeah.
They're gone.
what?
Okay, so yeah, you hear the reply back, and Norman says, "I only ever remember going right, so I'm fairly certain I'm like 75% sure it's right. So that's where I'm gonna take you. If not, we can double back on ourselves."
As he says 75% sure, she's going to slowly inch across the bridge.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to roll
Go ahead and
for
roll a stealth check.
for stuff. Oh, it's bad. That is a 3 plus 9, so
12.
12.
Okay. As you like move across the bridge, there's like a slightly rotten piece of wood that you just sort of like step on, and you'll hear this like crack, and it sort of echoes out across like part of the space. You do make it across the bridge, but there was a noise made.
Cool. Do. I'm not sure how much you're going to allow me to move. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've moved my full movement by now, considering I started like over here, I think.
Yeah.
So.
If you wanted to push it with another stealth check, you're more than welcome to move one more half movement if you want to.
Yeah, I do. I do. I want to go I want to go to the corner.
Okay.
Whilst you're doing this, Jam's just like staring at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
So we'll go to here,
Mhm.
and that was a 15 plus 9, so 24.
Okay, 24. You managed to catch a glimpse. That's where you can see for now, and where you are positioned there. Hang on. Gotta do this because it's in squares. It's annoying. That's what you can see.
Ooh.
And I suppose actually where you are, you could probably see this bit as well.
I mean, Katie, you got another 10 foot of movement if you want to use it.
I'll say because obviously we have to get through everyone. If you want to, with
about
your
to say-
movements and stuff, if you want to push it, you're allowed one more half movement instead of your full thing.
I think I'm happy where I am, because
Okay.
I'm still very much invisible. I can see everybody, and you know.
Yeah.
And 84 is well and truly giving like a shit-eating grin to Jam, knowing that Jam's giving a look of what the fuck are you doing? She's just like, other tunnels.
Okay, so
that's where she's gonna leave it.
okay, so with that, as you like look across, you can see another one of these creatures just like on the corner, almost like attached to the wall, as well as if it's almost like morphed into the wall itself, from across that way. Boris's go. Where would Boris like to move?
Where would Boris? Boris is going to go over the river, I think.
Lovely. So he's going to fly
onto the opposite side. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and make
He's
a
just
stealth
gonna-
check for me. As you are fairly
Sure.
close.
I thought he didn't have to when he flew.
You are fairly close to this creature, and it's out in the open. So
I was about to say he's moving pretty close now.
because you're unsure
fair.
whether these creatures go off of feeling, sound, or whatever it is. You're unsure how they sort of detect.
That
The
is
amount of
a
shit in one's pants.
14
14?
for Boris.
Okay,
Yeah.
you hear Boris like flutter away, and you hear the fluttering come past you, Naren, as he sort of like lands over on the other side, and just little patters on the wet ground of the sewer. You can see across from you that the creature seemingly hasn't noticed anything just yet, and is just writhing in the corner.
Grace.
So,
Hey.
Naren, you'll go.
Oh, right, okay. Is Norman not moving?
Norman's just sticking with you guys. He's following whatever you're doing because he's sort of like holding back a bit. Now you've told him that there's another one of those. He's sort of staying where he is.
Oh, of course. So are we going left or right at the end here?
We'll go left.
Okay.
That will be
In that case, I'm going to jump the river.
okay.
Cool.
Go ahead and
I mean,
make.
it's only 5 feet. It'll be fine.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me. See if you can make it without falling.
Say 5 feet. It should be fine.
See how balanced Naren's going to be.
That is 11.
11. You sort of like gear up a little bit and you jump, and as you do, your foot just, and you hear a stone just like plop into like the water. And looking back, the creature hasn't noticed just yet.
Did I make the jump though?
You did make the jump, yeah. You're
okay,
you're
cool.
across. Yeah,
nice.
Your foot like slips a little bit, but you do make it across.
Cool. Alrighty then. Cool. So that's I would like to keep moving.
Okay, how much more would you like to go?
So that'd be full movement. I'd like to be able to get to the corner, really.
Okay.
So I'd have to roll.
That'll be 2 stealth checks then. No, hang on. What's your movement?
Be 3 stealth checks. 3.
3.
So
yeah, because you're not doing 60.
Because if I do it up to 60, it'd be 3.
If you want to do those 3 stealth checks as you're making your way there, then you are more than welcome to, if that's what you want to do.
Sure.
If you want to move your half movement and then make the stealth check and then do it again, just in case.
I'm really trying to keep on top of the like how much movement I do and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which is why I know Katie should have made 3 earlier and she only did 2. I'm like, god damn. But you're a rogue, so whatever. Alright, so I'd have to make another one. And okay. So if I go up to there, I'll make 2. Oh fuck! Get in the pit. That is a 14, I believe. Yes, 14.
14. Okay.
And then 22.
14 and 22.
Yeah.
Very, very carefully moving your way through this space and like passing by Boris. You manage to get up to a point, and you getting a closer look at this thing, you can see its eyes like vacant, just sort of almost listening out, and its tendrils and tentacles like feeling the ground.
Seemingly they seem blind.
You. Go ahead and make a.
Is it like they've got eyes for basically a scare tactic, but they're actually blind?
Make me a Arcana check for me.
Arcana. Oh wait, I don't have Arcana. I plus 1 Arcana. Woo! 17.
17. Looking at this creature and the way it's moving, and the way it's like moving its what would be a head, considered a head, with the like almost like humanoid face on it, you're fairly certain this thing can't see.
Ooh.
And you're close enough now to it that it should be able to see you, but it hasn't reacted to you yet.
Cool. If I could cast a thaumaturgy, just like maybe around the corner, because I can get it up to there.
Okay, hang on.
Because 30 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, so just from where you are right now, hold on. You would be able to see this. There is a wall there.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it won't be going anywhere. That's annoying. Yeah, that's fine then. I'll just leave it where it is.
Okay. Jam, where would you like to move to?
Oh wait, sorry. I want to move to the end.
Yeah, if you want to move, do your last stealth check for me.
Yes. Ooh.
Are you rolling d20s? By the way?
8.
I'm not gonna
Did
get.
you
I'm not
forgot
gonna.
about
I'm not gonna go back and get you to do the other ones. I'll just do it from now.
So good. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Forget every term.
It's fine.
All right. Well, in that case, that's, okay. That's 6.
6. You get up to about here. Sorry, here. Before, as you're like walking, there's a moment where you think you hear Boris behind you, and you sort of turn, and as you like look, you don't see that there is like slightly the ground beneath you is like slightly more slippy, and so like as you press your foot down, you hear the squeak, and you see the puddle ripple, and you see the creature. And it seems to have noticed you, but doesn't know exactly where you are, but it's starting to move towards you.
Oh, now can I cast Thaumaturgy?
Yeah, where would you like to cast it?
Over here.
Okay. Bear with me a second. So, what does it sound like? What are you casting?
It's gonna sound like a little girl wailing, being like, "Ah!"
Okay. So you cast that,
as though it's just seen the creature. It was like, you
Yeah.
know.
And immediately, it turns to the sound and is attracted to that sound. Go ahead and make a insight check for me.
Okay. And that is 21.
21 with a 20 roll.
Oh. Okay. And it's 16.
16. You're fairly certain that, like, with sound alone, this thing's attention is only going to be held for so long.
Cool.
But for now, its attention is drawn to the back of that wall and away from you.
Cool.
So, Jam, what would you like to do?
I don't know. Yeah. 84. Why?
Really not the week to give Jam ultimatums.
No.
Just exploring.
Just being a little shit. That's what you're being.
Yeah. Maths. This is maths.
This is maths.
84 going alone. Narin usually can handle herself. Also has Boris and probably Norman, but Norman's pretty fucking useless, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Useless.
Oh, I don't know. But also the only way that I'm gonna catch up to 84 is by jumping.
Yes.
If it helps, you know that 84 doesn't normally attack things on her own.
I know. And I know that 84 is very stealthy, but also I know that 84 is not okay. This is hard maths. Oh, okay. Okay.
Flip a coin.
Mm.
Flip a coin.
Flip a
See where you
coin.
go.
I'm rolling a thing. Oh,
Roll a dice.
we're jumping.
Okay,
We
go ahead and make an
jumping.
acrobatics check.
We jumping.
Yay!
I'm just going to quickly say to Norman, just to like keep an eye on Narin. I'm going to keep an eye on 84, and then I'll jump.
Okay. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me.
Okay. 18.
18. You sort of get it together a little bit, and you see the water below, and immediately, easily done. You clear the space. And Norman, just as you're like jumping, he goes, whoa, wait. And as you like land on the other side, he's like, why are we splitting up? I thought you were following. I thought you wanted to find. I thought you wanted to find Scrivello. What are you doing?
She's going that way. This is the best way scenario. She wants to explore. I don't really want to explore, but I don't want her going on her own.
Then just...
What do you expect me to do? Naren can handle herself really fucking well. She's gonna handle herself.
Sure.
But I'm also terrified about her. But the odds for Naren are much higher.
Yeah, sure, but...
Naren's got no spell slots. Naren's got no spell slots.
You understand that if you
as far as Jam's aware.
if you go and you don't find your way back, I can't help you. If you get lost, you're screwed. You're on your own.
Okay. So I'm here currently.
But yeah, you were already over
Norman
there.
is going to sort of like move it up to where you were, and he's just like whispering across the space to you. And he just goes,
we're whisper yelling.
yeah, pretty much.
I would like to grab 84.
Okay, go ahead and make a contested
Ew.
strength check for me.
I'm
That's
gonna lose
fine.
that one, aren't I?
Is there much point in us rolling this one?
Yeah, there still is.
I hate to break
Um,
it to you, but it's a natural 20.
Oh my god!
Hey, I
Yeah.
haven't rolled anything
You haven't
yet.
rolled anything yet.
Wait a second.
Well, you gotta roll twice, remember?
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a natural 20.
So, Jam, how does it
Let's leave it
feel
at
to
that.
84 when you grab her out of nowhere?
Jam is literally just gonna scoop her under his arm.
Nice.
And she's gonna be like doggy paddling, like with arms and legs, be like, no, like, let me down.
And then I would like to jump back over if I can.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm gonna say that's gonna use 20 feet of movement if you're carrying someone, but if you want to make another acrobatics check for me,
Yeah.
because 84 is fairly light as well, so.
Ruining my fun.
That is an unnatural 20 that time.
Yeah, it's still, as you like grab 84, like grab her up and carry her, you jump yourself across with a flailing 84 in your arms, and you just you land, and Norman just like steps back as you both hit this space.
Yeah.
And Norman just goes, "Good decision. Now let's go. Get the girl. And let's go."
Josh is gonna be like, okay, I'm really sorry, 84. We can't split up. And we're just gonna keep moving. So that was 20 feet total of movement.
So you've used 30 feet total, but if you wanted to, if you're carrying her, you can use one more half movement.
Should I make a stealth check then?
At this point, yeah, actually, go ahead and make one stealth check for me.
Shouldn't have said anything. Why did I say that? You know what? It's fine.
You could have gotten away with it.
I love it when the players dob themselves in.
Yeah. Got to roll with disadvantage as well. Oof. Okay. 15.
15. You sort of you land, and there's like a momentary.
Sorry, 14.
Okay, 14. There is a momentary pause, and Naren, you see the creature sort of like looking and writhing a little bit, and it doesn't seem to have heard anything or sensed anything.
And then I can move another. How much? Sorry.
So I'll say, given that you're carrying someone, I'll just say you can move another 10 feet. You won't have to make a stealth check.
I will stay inside of Norman and just stay put.
Okay. With that, Norman is going to push forward just a little bit. 5, 20. He's going to go there. He's going to do 25. And it's at this point you notice that Norman is moving slightly carefully, but not as carefully as the rest of you. And as he sort of like walks up, you notice, Naren, that this creature doesn't seem to pay Norman's footsteps any attention, as you can like hear them across for the way, and he sort of walks, and it doesn't seem to care.
Well, that seems like an unfair advantage.
Next is 84.
Good luck.
I've been captured.
You have been captured. You are being held currently. So at the moment, technically you are considered grappled. So your movement is 0 feet. You have like actions, you can do other stuff, but you can't move unless you want to get out of this, or attempt to get out of this at the very least. But it's up to you. Or does 84 want to concede defeat and just?
I am considering that she might just have a nap. Just be like, fine, I will take a short rest and have a nap.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. I was gonna do something really dumb then, and I was like, "Don't do that. That's really dumb."
We love dumb.
I was gonna like sit back and get her flute out and play it, and I was like, "That's gonna be really loud." I was like, "Don't do that. That's really dumb."
So I was playing the Jaws theme on it.
Yeah. I was gonna give the party bardic inspiration, but I was like, "Nope." Fine. I guess she will. She's just gonna, for now, she's just gonna talk to Jam. She's gonna be like, I will follow, but I want to go exploring later. Because there's lots of cool tunnels, and not going down any of them is kind of boring.
Can I respond?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can explore later when we find Garena and all that fun stuff. But for now, we need to find fucking
Orin Scrivello.
that's the one.
I'm so proud you remembered it all on your own.
Yeah, look at you. See?
Took the words
Me,
right out
brain
of my
fog? Absolutely not. I am cured.
mouth.
Yeah.
D&D.
Funny.
Okay. So in this moment,
and
is
so-
April responding or?
Yeah, and she's sort of just gonna like she's gonna roll her eyes, and she's
Jam's gonna
be-
hold out his pinky for a pinky swear.
yeah, she's just gonna roll her eyes, and she's going to salute, and she's just gonna be like, "Aye, aye, boss."
Jam's just gonna stay there holding his pinky out until she pinky swears. He's not putting you down until you pinky swear. It's almost like he knows you or something.
TJ, can I do a roll to see whether she actually notices this, please?
Go and make an insight check.
Sure.
What, the pinky swear that would be right in front of your face?
Yeah.
Because you're being grappled right now.
Yes.
Wow.
That is not good. That is a 7.
7.
I'd probably say that
how
Jam would
you
say
will.
he's not putting you down until you pinky swear.
You're with a 7. You're unaware of Jam's intent with this.
She's going to look suspiciously at you, and she's gonna do it, but you're definitely gonna be able to tell that she's not meaning it. There's no intention behind it. She's doing it because you've asked her to.
I see. I see. Well, I guess I can't put you down until my turn, so.
So with that 84, unless there's anything else you want to do, this creature begins to slide along the wall and head towards the noise. And Naren, you sort of like see it almost like investigating the noise, and it seems like its attention span is very short for this specific thing. And so like as it like comes over, it realizes there's nothing there and starts to slowly make its way back to where it was. But it's just sort of like sniffing around at the moment, almost like just looking, molding itself into the ground. Just it's very strange looking at this thing investigate this almost like a sniffer dog, but using its like everything to just mold it around the space to see if it can find something. Boris's go.
I mean, Boris is going to tip tappity tip. Round to this corner.
Cool.
And thank you. So he is going to have to make 1, 2 checks.
Yes. Yeah.
First one, not great. Second one, not great. Good. Excellent. Wonderful. Thanks, Boris. So that was a 6 and a 10.
6 and a 10. As he's moving, you notice that Naren, you notice that his footsteps are like really loud as there's a lot of water on the ground. It's just doing like really loud, cute little ducky noises. And as this creature was like moving its way towards where it was, it stops and shifts itself towards where Boris is now currently headed.
And Boris. What's the distance on Thaumaturgy? Not long enough. Bad. Exactly, not long enough.
I know, it's really not long enough. But it is a cantrip, so.
Just having a look at another thing.
Is it Meteor Storm? Because we know Boris is very powerful.
It's not. It's not.
Just cave the sewers is.
Yeah. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
So good in a sewer as well. You get up to the surface and like there's just holes in the ground.
No matter what happened here.
What the fuck? No, what's Boris
No,
doing?
but I guess his version of that would be mold earth, is take earth from the ceiling and force it downwards.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
It is doable.
That's pretty good.
He could well and truly do that. He can only move 5 feet of it, but you know.
But if you take 5 feet out from a ceiling, then it just drops.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm assuming the sewer has like, I don't know, concrete or something.
Yeah, like the surrounding walls and things are like
ceiling.
stone and
Yeah,
concrete
I
and
like.
things that.
Oh, does that not come under mold earth?
No,
No, it's stone.
it has to
Sad.
be.
Yeah.
It has to be earth. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
there's stone shaping, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
Okay. Good. It's not actually attacking us yet, is it?
It doesn't seem to have initiated any form of combat, but it is heading over towards Boris's position to try and investigate what it seemingly sensed or heard.
Okay, cool. Then Boris is going to perform an aid on everybody.
Okay.
So your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit point maximum, and current hit points increases by 5 for the duration, which is 8 hours.
Okay.
And
Didn't you already do that on us?
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can recast
Okay.
it. Yeah, you can just
I can recast it.
Alright. I've still got my 5 temporary points.
Okay, they'll just
Because
replace those then. You just have 5 again.
hasn't it been 8
Yeah.
hours already?
When was
It's
the
been
last
an
time you cast
entire.
this? It's been less
I'm
than
pretty
a
sure
day.
it was the same day.
It
Yeah.
was at the docks last time I cast
Yeah,
it.
same day.
Yeah, same
Same
day.
day,
Yeah.
really.
You've only been
Holy
in
shit, we've
Shaletown
done
less than a day.
So
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
This is why I bring it up because I in my head I thought it was still a long rest, but yeah, 8
Oh,
hours.
it's
still.
every 8 hours.
It's still up then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
We've done a lot in the past 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that it can't stack, so.
Oh.
Temporary hit
There's
points don't
nothing?
stack, but you can cast the spell again if someone's missing any temp hit points. So when you
anybody
have
gone-
so if you're less than 5 temporary hit points, if you re-up it, you get back to 5 temporary hit points.
Has anybody gone through theirs?
Yeah.
Karina, have you gone through yours?
Rena's not here.
I'm
Unfortunately, okay, Boris is going to have to wait because you're not in his vicinity at the moment. So he
Tragic.
will not do that at the
Tragic.
moment.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I bring it up because I
Magic.
still have all my points and those 10 points, so I don't want you wasting this.
That's fair.
That's fair.
And so okay, then for now he's just going to do ducks back then. Boris flutters his feathers and flicks out his entire wingspan. A thick protective layer of flowing water is conjured around his body. Casting the spell grants him +4 to his AC for a minute. So his AC is now 15.
Okay, lovely stuff. So as a protective precaution, you just see this like armor of water like fall over him, but it's slightly like dirtied and green in this environment. As he sort of like wiggles his head, and you see like a little construction hat form on his head as like a little sewage worker.
Grim. Bad.
Okay, so with that, it's Naren's go. Where would you like to move to? What would you like to do?
Cool. Are there like rocks about?
There are various like small stones and stuff. Doesn't seem to be any rocks per se. There's like small
just little
stones and bits of debris around, but no rocks, I'd say.
Cool. I would like to pick up some.
Okay.
And start just as I walk along.
Yeah.
Stealthily. As I walk along to like join Boris, I want to be plopping those down into the water.
Okay.
To make it sound like footsteps.
Okay. Good. Yeah, absolutely. How far would you like to move down towards Boris?
Well, I'd probably like to go as far as I can. So,
yeah.
Is there like a jump or something when I get to Boris, or is it
no?
Just
it just seems like there's like an archway, almost.
Okay.
But the floor just carries on. There's like some steps leading down into this space.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I would like to then at least travel my full 30 feet, and then maybe I'll keep going depending on what I see.
Okay, go ahead and roll me 2 stealth checks.
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. And your second?
Oh, and then I gotta roll another one. Okay. Annoyingly, the second one is 11.
11. As you're slowly like dropping them in, this creature starts to move towards Boris, and then hears something and slithers into the water.
Yeah, I would stop dropping them around where he got to.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got 11 on your stealth check, right?
On the second one, when I would have been past Boris.
Here on that second one, right?
Yeah, so I would have been. The first one I got whatever it was higher.
Yeah.
And then the second one is for this next part where I got.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
In that case, as you're like dropping them and you stop dropping them as you get to that point, you turn and distracted by the fact that you're dropping stones in the water, you don't see Boris in front of you, and you just manage to step on his foot, and you hear him just like cry out, and you see in the water, you just see, and
Could I have grabbed Boris after stepping on him?
I'm gonna say no, because now we're in initiative. Now we're in
Sad.
combat.
I'm sorry, Boris.
How could you?
So
You hurt my baby.
you 84, you hear him like calling out, you hear the echoes of his just cries of just like, oh, what in the hell is your problem?
Sorry.
Look where you're going, woman. I'm gonna say, Naren, you've used all of your movement in this moment. I'm gonna put you back 5 feet, just as like this happened, and the creature sees, and then initiative starts and combat starts. So,
So I can't go my full 30?
no, because you initiated combat as you hit your halfway
Oh.
point. Yeah.
Sad.
So I'm gonna say you have one
Okay.
action. You have 5 feet of movement left, and you have your action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's your top of the combat round anyway, so.
Sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, if I do have one action, I would like to grab Boris and throw him behind me.
Okay, you grab him and you
as I pick him up, I'm like, sorry.
you throw him behind you. I'm gonna say he moves 5 feet behind you, so you pick him up, throw him.
Yep.
That would be your action. Have you got any bonus actions?
Nope.
Okay, Jam.
Because I got no spell slots. The only bonus action I got is Misty Step.
I see.
Naren actually sucks, guys.
She hits real hard.
She hits real hard, but
when she can,
she only gets to it once.
Yeah. Jam, as you're speaking to 84 about this, and you're having that like this brief tense conversation, you just hear quacking repeatedly down that tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like echoing out.
Okay. I'm gonna walk around the corner, taking 84 with me, and then I'm going to put 84 down where I can see her.
Okay.
So I'd say probably like in front of me.
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go here, and then I would like to jump over.
Okay.
So
you were here, right?
Yeah.
10, 20, because you're carrying someone. It's double move. It's like half speed. So
boo, hiss.
You've used 20 feet of movement, just getting to there. So you have 10 feet of movement. So you wouldn't be able to jump across, unfortunately.
Well, you popped her down before you jumped, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you popped her, but you've already used 20 feet getting to that point. So
he popped me down here.
Okay, so we'll say that you're here. So if Jam, so you've got 10, 5, 10. Yeah, so because you've used 20 feet of movement already, getting her to where you got her to and plopped her down, you have 10 feet of movement left because you were still carrying her to that point.
Boo, hiss.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Because it's fun, go ahead and make an acrobatics check. It's going to be a high DC, and if it's high enough, I'll let you jump across. But then that's all your movement.
Hear me out. Can I not just dash instead of doing anything?
Yeah, sure. If you wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do much. I can't do much else until I'm over there.
Yeah, that's fair. If you want to use your dash action, you can see from here as well. You can see the creature in the water, just sort of like writhing around and looking towards something behind this turning. If you wanted to jump over, you'd still have to make an acrobatics check though, but it won't be as high if you're using your dash action.
Yeah, I will use my dash action.
Okay, go ahead and use your dash action. You have your full movement now because you're not carrying 84.
Yeah.
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 So sad.
I know. That is an unnatural 20.
That's trying to easily done as you leap across. You land, and you have your 5, 10. So you have 20 feet of movement left.
Okay, cool. 20, 15, 20. Wow.
Cute.
Yeah.
Here I am.
You still quite be able to see what this creature's like looking at. You can assume it's Naren. You don't see
I
anything.
feel like it's safe to assume it's Naren.
Yeah, you safely assume it's Naren. But this creature is slowly starting to like make its way towards this space behind this turning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's your action and your movement as well. So with that, 84, it's your go.
Okay. 15. Jump. Gotta make the roll.
Yeah, make an
See
acrobatics check.
whether I jump. Okay. Do. Is it acrobatics?
Yes.
Or is it? Okay. Acrobatics. So that's 13.
13? Yeah, you just about make
13.
it. It's like you slightly slip a little bit because it's slippy, but you do make it across.
Sweet. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I shoot it, please?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, hang on, bear with me a second. Just trying to. Yeah, from there it would be a straight roll.
Yeah.
Because the squares are weird, but from where the actual creature is in the water, it's like just out of like you're not going to be firing like into jam, or it's not going to be awkward for you. So I'll just say straight roll.
Cool. I are my rolls. Garbage. That's a 12.
12. Doesn't hit, unfortunately. As you fire, you just see it soar past.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Don't you get advantage because it's lower than us at this point?
Actually.
Is that a thing in D&D?
Yeah, because you technically have the higher ground because it is in the water.
You have the higher ground.
You do have advantage, so go ahead and roll again for me.
Roll again. Also, 1 second. Just gonna check. Sneak attacks. I think somebody has to be within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, an ally has to be within 5 feet.
Yeah. Okay, so rolling again.
Okay.
So much better. That's a 21.
21
Woo!
hit, definitely hits, yeah.
So much better. So, we love 21. Boop. And that's 6 plus 3. So 9 damage.
9 points of
Hooray!
damage. Lovely stuff. Okay, as you shoot it into one of its tentacles, it just goes like straight through. And at this point, it sort of like turns almost as if it's felt where that came from. And it's very aware of all of your presence now.
And because of that, as my bonus action, I am going to hide as much as I can behind Jam. I'm going to use Jam as a meat shield. I'm going to be like, boop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just perfectly line up with all his limbs.
Yeah.
You are more than welcome to make that stealth check. But you are fairly certain that if it's sight-based, it's probably still going to know where you are.
But we're going to give it a shot.
I'm going to give it a shot. Because you are still standing in the same place you shot it from.
We're going to give it a shot, DJ.
Okay. Let's see how this works.
That's the key element here. We're going to give it a shot. And you know what, TJ?
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Not bad at all.
What is it?
It's a 15 plus 9.
Okay.
And that's the worst of the two rolls because I rolled at disadvantage.
Okay.
Knowing that it would be able to see me where I was. I rolled a 19 and a 15. So.
Okay. Whether that roll actually comes into effect if it approaches you, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But I will keep that in mind. Okay. So with that, it is the Rotterworm's go, and it is going to go towards its original noise that it heard as it was attracted to the noise in its immediate vicinity. So it's going to 5, 10 as it like wriggles up. It's going to use one coil attack against you, Naren. That is a 15 to hit.
No.
No? Okay. It doesn't manage to like get its tentacle around you, but it is going to use its next attack to roll a bite attack. I'm actually like so done. Hang on.
It doesn't hit me, TJ.
He's gone. He's back.
Changing
roll
his dice.
so good outside of combat, and I swear, like,
That means you can't change your
God,
dice if
just
you're rolling
know
good
it.
before, you know?
right, I'm doing this one, this one, and
Remember
this
me playing Vi? I rolled good at everything but combat.
one. Okay, so yeah, that definitely doesn't hit you. That's an 8.
No.
So as it like tries to like chomp into you, just sort of bat it away. That is its go. Boris is up next.
Boris is up next. Well,
Also,
what?
sorry, Naren, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Perception.
Mhm.
16?
16. Looking at this thing, you can tell that it's fairly hurt. Like it's either come across a scrap before, but it's definitely not as sturdy as the other ones may have been. So that's what you notice.
I'm sensing Garina. Garina's hit it.
I was about to say she may have hit it with a big axe. Does it have big axe
It
damage?
definitely doesn't look like
what-
big axe damage. No, it just looks like it's
No,
been
to be
like.
fair, if it was
punctured.
big axe damage, it would not
I
be
say it
there.
would be dead.
It would
Yeah,
be
true.
Definitely be
What
dead.
sort of damage does it look like it's
It looks like it's been
staying
like
to
there's
the
like
16?
various like puncture wounds, and like abrasions on some of its tentacles and stuff like that. As if
So
it's
it's
gone
like
into a
sort of been
scrap or
shot.
make a survival check for me.
Cool. Survival. Jesus, why have I got so much in survival? Got +6 in survival. Why?
Lord, I'm
surprised.
Actually, that kind of makes sense for now. Now I think about it. Shit, what was the first roll?
Maths.
24.
24. You're fairly certain it's not from like ammunition. It seems like this thing has gotten into a scrap with some sort of animal or creature.
So it looks
maybe-
like stinger sort of puncture wounds, like maybe.
Yeah, or like maybe like bite marks of some kind, like it's been in a fight with like a rat or some other like
no.
smaller creature.
Okay. Just a reminder, we have an arachnophobe in the core. It's not a spider, right?
No, definitely not a spider. It looks like
Okay,
just,
cool.
like teeth marks, not fang marks.
Okay. Cool. Weird. Cool. Okay, cool.
So
I like learning.
Boris's go.
He's going to do his destroy water on
Okay,
this thing.
he's gonna turn it into a testicle.
He's going to turn it into a testicle, suck out all of the water.
Nice.
He's going to make that boy crispy and brittle.
Crispy.
Not a testicle. Jesus Christ.
crispy. As it like
I want him
dehydrates.
to become crispy and brittle.
As it like dehydrates almost immediately, it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Hell yeah.
So if that's Boris's go, Naren's your go.
Yeah.
Cool. I would like to cast Shocking Grasp on it. No, wait.
Right.
Chill Touch.
I thought you didn't have any spell slots left.
They're cantrips.
Oh.
I'm a warlock.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have Chill Touch, Eldritch Blast, Message, Poison Spray, Shocking Grasp, Thaumaturgy, and Thunderclap.
You're saying you're useless. You got all these fucking cantrips. What do? You
I
saying you're
do,
useless?
but
Darren's great.
yeah,
Fine. See, I told you Naren could handle herself. She's fine. And here I am, carrying 84 over.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine. Fine.
Like, here's the thing: Eldritch Blast is definitely more powerful, and I get 2 of them. But I'm trying to jazz it up a bit.
Fair
So I'm
enough.
doing a Chill Touch, you know.
Go ahead and roll. It's an attack roll, right? Chill touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that attack.
14.
14 just hits.
Oh, thank
Ooh.
God. Okay, 2d10. Where's the d10? There it is. Oh, that's 1. 2 damage.
2 damage as you grab this thing. What does it? What does this energy look
Rubbish.
like? As this chill touch?
Fucking
grab
pathetic, TJ. it comes out and he just gets like. Well, I guess my hand goes ice, but then he just gets a cool breeze.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's fizzled out because it's just 2 damage.
You see just like a slight bit of ice like
Rubbish.
crawl across the dried testicle, and it sort of dissipates. It doesn't look like it affected it that much. Okay, so if that's your go, Jam, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. Boop.
Cool.
I'm going there.
Nice.
Voice.
Drum roll.
Should have just blasted it.
A drum roll.
Drum roll. What are you gonna do?
You can't hear it. It's drum. I was drum rolling.
Do I need to say?
That's why I said drum
We're
roll.
gonna-
Suspense.
We're gonna swing, of course.
Right. No
A
way.
natural 20.
Holy
Oh.
shit. No fucking way. Go ahead and roll
Mhm.
damage.
Spooky dice. Spooky dice.
Mhm.
Spooky dice.
It was not the spooky dice this time. I'm using my longest John's dice at the moment.
Ooh.
I know. Damage.
Yeah. Remember, it's
D8.
all the dice damage is doubled, and then you add your modifier.
Yeah.
Oh.
6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
Mhm.
That is one swing.
9 points total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those.
So
Is it times 2?
Hmm?
Is it not times 2 because the crit?
did you double the dice damage?
I did double the
Yeah,
dice. I
that's
rolled a
it.
3.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so
Sorry.
as you like come across and you slash it, it looks like it's real hurt and it could go down any second.
Cool. Another swing. 16. Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna do maths for that one. Oh, yeah, what? Max damage. So 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, as you just like carve this thing in half as the dried like elements just sort of split, and you see its insides all dried and crusty, and they just snap and turn to dust, and this thing is dead.
And Jam's going to dry heave.
You just have like red dust all over the ground, like all on you and stuff like that. And you assume that fairly soon, it's going to rehydrate.
Yeah. Jam's like, I know it's not currently slimy, but that was kind of sticky.
My hero.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm going to say for the
How
sake
that
of
is-
brevity, you are all following suit. 84, are you still following in, or what are you doing? Norman's going to come across.
I'll follow in. Is there anything on this wall, or is it just a wall?
It is. It's just a wall. It seems it's just a
wall.
a
Okay.
blank stone wall. There's not like a lot on it.
Okay.
but
There's
you-
nothing. There's nothing intriguing that would make me wanna go over there.
Currently, no.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's all right.
Currently
then.
not.
Currently not.
As
Good to know.
you enter this space, you come across this like fairly large storeroom, and Norman just sort of like looks, and you look down. Where is it? So you look down the tube further in, and he goes, This is definitely the way. I remember this. It's down there, and we're home free, and then we're up to the surface, and I can take you to Scrivello. I'm gonna keep going. I think there's a cache here somewhere. If you want to look for it, you feel free. But I'm heading up. So get left behind. You get left behind. I'm going, and he starts like walking. He also says that it goes, and I'm fairly certain we're home free from now. From what I remember, I cleared these tunnels way long ago, so it should be fine.
I think you
What
clear
did-
these tunnels.
What did
I have
he
my ways.
say there was?
He believes there's
cash.
like a cache somewhere, like a kit. that
Loot.
is, yeah, left here somewhere.
Yeah.
As he sort of like slowly starts to move off.
At the mention of this, Jam is going to grab hold of 84 again.
Go ahead and make a strength check contested for me.
It's in this room. It's fine.
Yeah,
What
I'm
do
just
you
thinking we gotta go. We're gonna get
mean?
left behind.
Can I Eldritch Blast all the crates and stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Just
Um,
blow them open.
I got an 11, Jam.
on 11. What did you?
Oh,
get,
I
Jam?
haven't rolled yet. Hold on. A strength. That is a 19. So
So you just grab 84, like 84 gets the
And
message.
at this point, she gives up. She just starfishes, making it really difficult to pick her up. Like,
dead
you
weight.
know,
no, you're
like,
getting
she's
tucked
like-
under the
it's
arm again.
"Eh."
Jam's like holding you by the waist.
Naren, as you like blast all the crates, they all just like turn to just debris and pieces, and you're fairly certain there's nothing in them. There's like bits of like dust and rotten food and things like that, but other than that,
Can't
there's
believe you're
nothing.
not gonna let me investigate every single individual crate. Can't believe it.
Well, they're all broken open now. So, is there? I'm just going to take a little, just a quick glance down these crates.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay. And
10. It's fairly like these grates. You kind of assume they go quite deep, and like looking in, you can't really get too much of an angle to see what's like inside. It's very tricky. Without like opening them, you're fairly certain that you're not gonna get a good look inside.
cool. Well, Norman was wasting our time. Let's go.
Okay, so you all move off, and it's at this point you move down the tunnel, and you go for another minute or so. 84. Go ahead and make a dex save for me.
Who was that? Sorry.
84.
Do I roll the
Yes.
d20 on top?
Yes.
That. Oh, that's even sadder.
Yes, any checks?
Any check,
To be fair, it's not too bad. It's a 16.
16. You all see
Yeah.
as like 84 is like being carried by Jam. You see her like nudge a little bit, just like as if she's dodging something. And you carry on down the tunnel, and you get to a point where there's a fairly like large ladder, just like climbing up. Norman grabs it and goes, "Okay, so just a few things. Above us, in theory, should be the stranded zone. Now, there's a few things about the stranded zone you're going to have to be careful about. If anyone's rude to you, don't start a fight. We just want to live, okay? It's complicated. It's a long story, but don't hurt anyone. Don't badmouth anyone. People are real weary of strangers over here. We're just looking to get by. We don't want any trouble. If you spook people, it's going to make what you want to do here a little bit more difficult, okay? So just keep your heads down, keep your mouths shut. Understand?
What was the zone called?
The stranded zone.
Don't hurt anyone. Don't be rude to anyone.
And if
Taking notes.
usually the people around here, they refer to themselves in a derogatory term that everyone else calls them, but don't call them wretches. They're real submissive about it. They won't say anything, but they hate it. Don't call them wretches. Don't mention they're called wretches. Just keep your heads down, okay?
I will forget the word wretches even exists.
And whatever you do, don't mention the chosen few. Not around here.
Ah, shit. That's a bit more difficult to forget.
Mm.
You
So
ready?
basically, what you're saying is just be nice to them.
Yeah.
If we have to talk to them.
Pretty much, yeah. You'd be surprised, but people around here don't get that a lot.
I'm pretty good at being nice.
Well,
I think.
It depends on the day for me.
So we got a bit of a mixed bag going on then. That's okay. Just keep the depending on the days to the back, and you you can go up front. And he points to you, Jam. He goes, "You can do the talking for as long as we're here. How about that?
Ah, shit.
You seem like you know what to do. You seem nice."
Shit. Oh, no.
Norman looks at you now and just goes, "You don't just yeah.
I can be nice.
Can you?"
Yeah, just not to little shits.
That's what I'm talking about. So just stay at the back, okay? Just hang back a little bit. I mean, you don't have to, but you do you. But these are my people, okay?
No, that
I'd rather not have any.
I will trust your guidance.
Why? Thank you. And he begins to climb the ladder. And he opens up a manhole cover above, and you come out to.
Oh, this is cute.
Oi.
Fairly a horrific sight compared to the rest of Shaletown. You can hear as you climb above. You can hear sea. You can hear the water slamming against the rocks as if you're fairly close to a cliffside. But the surroundings that you see are desolate. There are broken tents. There are broken houses. People are dressed in barely any clothes, as if they've been torn off, worn out. No one's here that you can see right now is wearing shoes. And the second you come up from the ground, you see people just back up and just start fleeing and running and hiding among buildings and tents and things. And you can see people peeking out. You can see that they're very, very weary, cowardice almost. And Norman sort of gets up, and as you all come out, he pushes the manhole cover and he uses the same tool as he did before, and you see those rooms. And he sort of looks and goes, "Okay, just take it slow, go careful, follow me. Don't talk to anyone, don't make any sudden moves, and everything will be fine. I'm not saying people are going to hurt you, but no one ever comes here. They're going to get the wrong idea if you start freaking out, okay?"
Where you say don't talk to anyone, you mean at all?
Preferably, yeah. Unless, they come to you and start up a conversation, just try not to draw attention to anything, any of us. Just look, I'm very protective of this place. And I don't want to spook anyone. It's
okay.
You don't have to understand right now, okay? I know it seems weird that you're here for a reason, but things here are complicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Naren would like to talk to 84 real quick.
Okay.
I'm still being held by Jam, am I not?
Yeah, so it's gonna be really easy.
Yeah, you're still being held by Jam.
Naren's gonna crouch down to 84. Vi would like to know
there he is.
If you feel comfortable to have your knives back.
That's going to be a bitch to edit. Sorry.
Mm. One second, and I will let you know as to whether I'm comfortable to have my knives back.
Your 8 or 10 knives I have on my cloak. in my cloak.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
So she's gonna yeah. She's like, I would love to have them back. She's like, she's like, I haven't held my knives in ages. Like, I'd like that feeling again. That'd be great. Yeah.
Okay, with that reaction, can Naren do an insight check? Because that seems weird. Oh, Ares is gone.
I'm
Ares
gonna
is
say,
gone.
Naren, it's up to you. I wouldn't really put this down to a roll.
Like-
If Ash, you believe Naren would think there was something up by that reaction, then
Like, Vi has asked Naren to ask this because it's not Vi's time out just yet.
Yeah.
But with the way 84 just said that, Naren's like, you just stab me? What's going on here? Why do you seem weirdly like, oh yeah, no, I'd love to have my knives back. Be great. Just to feel them again, you know. All that, I was just like, that ain't fucking right.
Are you asking her that?
No, I'm not saying that. I want to do a
Okay.
check on you.
Oh,
Because
okay, go for it.
Naren does the. Naren's just like, that's fucking weird.
Go for it.
But Vi's
Check-
like, oh, I'd
check away.
like, you know, if 84's comfortable to have her knives back, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Because Vi is also thinking if, as you said, there are people who don't have many clothes on and stuff.
yeah.
Over here, Vi's like, if needs be, it'd be really nice to give the cloak to someone, which is why I've offered you your knives back.
Mm.
But like, yeah, your reaction just there makes Naren go, is this kid gonna stab us? What the fuck is going on here?
I'll say. I mean, if you want to roll, you want to roll. But I'd say because Ash, you've been like, well, Naren's gonna find that real suspicious. Then Naren finds that suspicious because that's definitely
Yeah, Naren finds that suspicious. Vi's just like, oh yeah, I'll give the daggers back. But Naren's like,
like
what?
very, very.
The way you
weary
said
of
that,
this
what?
one.
Yeah.
I know. It was his Wi-Fi's dying.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything about it?
My insight check. It's only an 11. So what do I gauge from that?
Go ahead.
I guess.
Katie, go ahead and roll a deception or perception check. Don't say which one. Just say the number.
Oh.
I would like to reiterate, Naren doesn't actually totally trust these people still. So
yeah, that's fair.
That
you know
is a 19.
A 19. So what does Naren gauge from that? You tell Naren what you want to tell her. You beat her 11, so it's up to you.
To you, she just seems excited to have her knives back. Oh, maybe a little bit nervous at the prospect because she's not had them for a while, but definitely excited to have them back because, you know, they're her. She's been collecting them for a long time.
Cool.
They're a part of her almost.
Great. I love that. Yeah. In that case, I'm just going to be like, okay, well,
Hand them over, baby.
Where would you like them? Because I will just make this a swift transaction, so we don't freak anyone out.
Oh well, she has different spaces for them, so.
Okay.
She's gonna be like, could I have a couple in my boots?
In that case, I'm going to go around 84, putting them in all the places that she requires them to be, I guess. So that I can just, like, quickly just
and
put them out.
she's just going to show you her jacket sleeves, and she'll just be like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Good.
I'm assuming that Jam can see this happening.
Oh yeah, if you're carrying her, basically.
Yeah, you're Naren is putting her knives back on her whilst she's under your arm, basically.
And she's just gonna be like, and the last one, don't forget. And she like undoes her ponytail slightly, and she's just like, just one in there, like in between my hair. Good, yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, great.
Naren's gonna look at Jam and be like, "You're literally carrying a weapon."
I would say that this is a very weird moment, but you know, it's not.
Yeah.
This is honestly pretty on on brand for us. Okay, away we go.
After you put 84's knives back and things where she wants them, you continue on. And you start to hear off in the distance in front of you a fairly familiar voice. And you hear, Xavier, it's okay, I'll be right here with you, it's okay. I'm just gonna talk to myself, I guess. And off down the street, you see another familiar figure walking down the street, almost like in a daze, staring at the ground, axe on her back. You see Garina walking towards you with Gus by her side. And Gus seems to be like holding her like leg and just like, riding her leg a little bit and talking to her. But Garina's not really responding. And she approaches you and she's in front of you. And Norman goes, That's your friend? You're the friend? Where we
Yep. And
then you
can
see him, like, back
84
away.
please squirm out of Jam's grasp
will
to
let
go
you.
give Garina a hug?
Yeah.
Jam will let you.
Yeah. Go just like hug Garina immediately and just be like, haha. Tack.
Garina's gonna hug 84 back, and 84 is gonna feel that Garina is sobbing.
84 is just gonna hold on tighter and she's just gonna be like, it's okay.
Jam's just gonna join.
You
Jam's
feel-
gonna
you
join in
feel
the
Gus,
hug.
like hug your legs as he just sort of like hugs back. Norman sort of stands there next to Naren and goes, "This a usual thing that your group does?"
Yeah, they
No.
do this a lot.
No, not in this
The whole-
context.
Whole thing.
Yes. I'm not really.
But, The one with the big axe isn't normally crying, so that's rare.
Good to know. And you see him
Yeah.
like narrow his eyes a little bit and just like he continues like to walk on, but you can see he notably gives Garina like a wide berth as he like,
Okay.
walks past her.
And can, like, if Garina's okay to, like, move, like, can 84 just, like, hold her hand and, like, try and guide her to, like, follow Norman? And, like, try and just, like, look to her and be like, so, where did you go?
Greena's not gonna say anything.
Okay.
She's just
Okay.
gonna kind of be like pulled along.
Okay. 84's just basically gonna be like, 'cause I went with Norman to see Andre. By the way, Andre was not pleased to see us. Turns out doesn't want people at his house. Big surprise. And 84 was basically gonna ramble at Karina.
Okay.
To try and, I guess, distract her or make her feel better.
As you continue down the street and you sort of like ramble, Gus sort of joins in on the rambling and just sort of like nods in the conversation and joins in a little bit. And it's at this point you hear the chiming of bells. Bung, bung.
Oh.
As you
Ah,
see
shit.
along the alleyways and the crevices and the debris, you see mist slowly creeping into the streets. You see the people of the streets start to look around and just bomb it in other directions, like running, covering. You can see some of them have got like boils and things on their skin. And in the middle of the street, Norman stops and turns to you and goes, "Okay, I thought the bell was going to chime soon. This gives us a little bit of time for interrogation. You," and he points at Garina and goes, "How the fuck did you get into the stranded zone? I'm not leaving this street until you... and nobody goes in or out. Who are you?"
Jam just goes an absolute havoc.
It's like,
Throwing shit everywhere.
I dropped everything. Hello.
Norman like,
Um,
looks and goes, "I'm not taking
Right.
you to Scrivello. I'm not doing shit until you explain what the hell this is."
Norman, have you met the Crooked Man?
Yeah, that's why I'm not
Yeah.
moving. None of you are going anywhere until I get answers. You told me this
He
was fine.
sucks.
Yeah, I know. I've met him.
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with that again, do you? I'm assuming you've
No,
met
I
him.
don't want to deal with that again.
Get your friend to tell me what the fuck's going on. Nobody gets into the stranded zone. Nobody just walks in. Nobody goes in or out. This is our place. I'm not leaving. You guys aren't going anywhere. This mist is creeping in real fast, so I want answers.
Okay,
Greener, we're gonna fucking die if you don't just tell him what he wants to know.
What's around us? Like
around you can see like broken buildings and tents, and the streets are like fairly empty at this point. It is quite like an open space. This place, there's various alleyways and things that are made up of just like boxes strewn everywhere. It's a mess. This whole place, basically, it's awful. And the streets are like muddied and wet and just nasty.
Garina's gonna look up from the ground and be like, and you think out here is a fucking good time to have this conversation?
I need to protect Scrivello. And I need to know that you're all on the level. We were fine. And suddenly you come up out of nowhere and suddenly you're here? Taking you to Scrivello is a risk.
Where did you go? Where did you go? We turned around for a second and you were gone. Where did you go?
She's gonna start panicking a bit. There's too much to explain here when the Crooked Man is en route.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
We are going to die if we don't go inside.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Also, have you seen Genie?
In this moment,
persuasion.
It would just be a straight roll. There is no help option available.
An 18.
Tunnel vision on Green at 18. He sort of like looks at you and he goes, "Fine. But you're not meeting Scrivello. I'll take you to him, but you're not seeing him. You're not getting anywhere near him until I get answers. You understand?" And he looks to you, all of you, and goes, "Keep an eye on her. I don't know her. You understand?"
That's fine. Okay. Yeah, let's just get inside.
Okay.
None of us die today to the Crooked Man.
He sort of like scowls a little bit at the rest of you, turns and starts like briskly walking towards what looks to be like a very nondescript building, and he peers down an alleyway, skirts down it, and you see that this is like everywhere else. It's a filthy alleyway. There's a sign hanging above a red brick building. It's unreadable. It's broken. It's damaged. But there is a door, and you see him like knock in a certain pattern before waiting, and you hear locks begin to unlock, and he opens the door and ushers you all inside. And as you all make your way in, he slams the door, and it's a fairly darkened space. It's in this space that you're in right now, there is a light just ahead of you, but before you move in properly, there's some stairs, and Norman comes to the front of you all and goes up these few steps and stands there and goes, "I cannot have anyone unreliable meeting this man. It's too risky. I brought you here because I thought I could trust you. Your friend just shows up out of nowhere. You said she was gone. She wandered off?"
We have no explanation for this at the moment. We know as much as you do about her showing up. Give us a minute. We
lost her at the time that we found you.
Give us a minute. We'll talk to her. We'll find out what's going on. We're just glad that we're inside now. We'll talk to her, okay?
Why can't people just walk into the stranded zone?
Because
what stops that being a thing?
You sort of see him looking, and his face drops a little bit, and he goes, "Because people believe that the Rada infection started here. The people here are diseased and broken, and no one comes in or out. Getting into the stranded zone is almost impossible because the chosen few locked it down. They built a wall over it, stopping anyone from coming in. And we don't go out because we don't want to."
Okay. Just trying to learn exactly what stops people getting in here.
Look, it's highly suspicious that someone just shows up in the stranded zone that doesn't know where they are. You guys aren't from around here. Being in the stranded zone isn't just something you do. It's not somewhere you just end up, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll talk to
Just
her.
trying
We'll
to
find out what
understand
happened.
the parameters here.
You talk amongst yourselves. You stay in this part. I'm going to close the door.
Okay.
And when you're ready, we'll talk. Let's just hope
Okay.
your answers are satisfying, otherwise you're going out in the street. You
Do we
understand?
need a special knock to alert you, or?
I'll give you half hour. No, screw that. I'll give you 10 minutes.
Great.
Okie dokie.
As he turns and you see, like, he slams what looks to be like a metal grated door. And you see he, like, locks it. And he disappears towards the light that you can see just beyond the door.
Wait, so
Cool.
he's gone now.
He's gone. You're in,
He's gone for 10
you're in a
minutes.
fairly small space between the front door that you came in and this, like, grated door. It's not like a small space, but it's fairly cramped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's almost like a conservatory area, basically, but no windows.
Okay. And he left. Sorry.
Yeah, he's gone. He's wandered off. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Where the fuck do I start?
Where the fuck do you start?
Oh, I really don't know where to start.
Firstly, where did you go and why did
Yeah.
you leave? Did you hear a familiar voice?
She's just looking down at her axe, but she's nodding.
Do you
I
hear?
heard a familiar voice too. In fact, one I know I wouldn't have heard in my head, and the other was an arsehole, so ignored that. Who did you hear?
Garina's gonna like lift her head up and basically ask you the same question.
Sorry, what's the question?
Like, who did you hear?
I heard my dad, and I heard an arsehole who betrayed me.
I heard Yuko. And I heard my dad.
I heard my mum. And I heard Dima.
Then
And
we all looked
someone
at
else.
Boris.
We all looked at Boris.
Boris is like, I heard you all talking about who you heard.
And then we looked at 84 for confirmation of what he said.
Boris is like, Boris don't know nothing. Boris heard nothing. He's just listening to the conversation.
Okay.
Garina is just gonna kind of like a tear rolling down her face, basically thinking that she was the only one. And she's gonna say that she heard Jeannie, and she heard the fuck was my ex's name?
Wesley.
Wesley. Yeah, and I heard Wesley. And then you all knew that Jeannie wasn't Jeannie, right?
No.
Right?
Nope.
Not until she turned to goo.
I tried to push her
She
down the
turned into
manhole
Play-Doh.
and she turned to goop.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious, guys.
And when she forgot her own necklace was her necklace.
Yeah,
that was
Greeni's gonna get it
sus.
out around her neck.
That was sus.
I thought that she was just being corrupted by the shit that's happening here. I thought it was just really affecting her bad. I didn't realize she wasn't her.
But no, similar to the rest of you, I heard the voices. I've been hearing the voices, but I don't fucking know where we are. I ignored them. But I started to pick up that Jeannie wasn't Jeannie, and then I heard her calling for help, and that I needed to go find her, and that she'd been taken, and I was so unsure if it was just it messing with me, or and then so I held Jeannie's hand, and it wasn't. I knew then that it wasn't her, and so I went to find her.
And
He's gonna light a
You-
cigarette.
Did you find her? Is she alive? Is she here?
Sorry guys, let me go through my notes. So I went back to the tavern and thinking maybe we just never took her with us and she was still in bed. And of course, fucking just Gus there.
Gus is sort of like
Oh,
goes,
that's why you had Gus.
she came back for me.
I mean,
Did
I didn't,
she?
but that's fine.
Yes.
Um,
We went on. We had some alone time, just me and her, and it was. I appreciated it a lot.
Is there like a really high shelf or something nearby?
No, it doesn't. There's like it's just like blank walls at the moment.
Or just in Black Wars? Oh, okay.
Oh.
and so I went back to the
Very
tavern
you.
and he was just Gus was just there, and I tried to think of other places where she might have been, like when she was herself, and the last place I thought was with Scooter in the cave. So we went back to Scooter, who tried to kill Gus, kind of.
Understandable.
And I thought that maybe there was something in her story that she wrote on the floor that might have told us of where she was going or where she'd gone, or just anything. I was desperate for anything. And they told me that when we were out and she was telling them stories, she kept mentioning what does she keep mentioning to you, do?
A lonely monster that lived on an island alone.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, this lonely monster that just wanted friends, and then once they had friends, they didn't want to get rid of their friends, and apparently she told it over and over and over again. And so then Scooter told me that they noticed, or they know something about scouting. There are some of the chosen few go out on a boat and they go to this island with the lighthouse island. And that they go there every so often. And while they were watching, they think someone was on that boat. They couldn't tell me who it was. They didn't know what they looked like. It was almost just like the silhouette of them. So I had to try, and so I went over. Well, I needed to find a way to get over first because I did not want to see Bubbles again. And then she's gonna laugh and she's gonna look down at Gus and be like, "And this fucking mushroom did really good."
Thank you. I did my best, but I still don't know what their balls are, though.
And she doesn't. And he distracted some of the chosen few and brought them to me so that I could, like steal their robes so that I can get on one of their boats. We failed miserably.
Well, I
Didn't we, bud?
wouldn't class it as a failure. I would class it as a life lesson to learn from. I may
Yeah,
have
just-
overexerted myself and brought more than one with me. Accidentally, not
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah, and time to go for the balls, but mushrooms don't know where balls are.
I'm fairly
so-
certain they're at the back somewhere.
No.
I'll figure it out.
And anyway, yeah, we managed it, and then I got on the boat. We went over, and Bubbles was there, and it was really weird. Whatever it is, picked me up and took me to the island.
Well, we did a bit of praying first because we.
Oh, we did.
Thought it might have
Did we?
helped. I did. I think.
I don't know what we did. The fisherman that we were with and his wife told us to pray, and I said words with my hands together, and Gus said something. And then Bubbles came and helped. It was very odd. And Jesus Christ, I wrote so many notes. And then we got to the lighthouse, and I started hearing the voice. I started hearing Jeannie's voice louder and louder. And I just went. I blacked out. But again, Gus managed to wake me up, and told me that we were here. But there was not a chance that we'd be able to reach that dock, and that's when Bubbles helped us across. And yeah, then we got to the lighthouse island, and it was weird. The lighthouse is weird. There was 2 chosen few on the outside, and there was a shrine to something in the bottom of the lighthouse, and there's lots of depictions of tentacles everywhere. Whether it be a woman with tentacles for hair, a child with tentacles for arms and legs, but like everything had tentacles on it. And clearly, whatever this god thing is, it shows itself as tentacles, which is weird. And there was this big spiral staircase, and we went up, and there was a chair in the middle of this, like pitch black almost room, but like spotlight in the middle, and there was a chair in the middle engraved with all these tentacles on it, and sitting on that chair was Father Crawford. But I know for a fact that he was with you when I left, and he didn't pass me to get here, but he was sat there and he knew that I was coming. And Green is going to start getting upset again. And to cut a long story short, and then she's going to look around because she triple check that wooden boy isn't there.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
16.
16. Looking like past the grate, you see a room that's like muddled and messy. It's a clutter of things. You don't see a lot of detail at the moment, but you're fairly certain that Norman is nowhere near where you are right now.
Okay, she's just going to kind of pull everyone in together a little bit. Like, everyone come in. He's got Jeannie. And
Who has?
Father Crawford.
Father Crawford has Jeannie. He makes copies of things, and that's what you saw was a copy of Jeannie. I knew it wasn't her, and he's not going to give her back without something.
Well, we got invited to a dinner, so
yeah. And she's going to start getting really awkward. We also can't get off this island, just FYI. The only way off the island is to maybe like get some sort of grant off is it the god TJ, something like that?
The Chosen.
Yeah. The only way we can get off the island is if we speak to the Chosen. But the only way we can speak to the Chosen, and the only way we can get Jeannie back, is if we kill Lawrence Scrivello.
Lawrence.
What? Why does everybody want Orin Scrivello? What is his
sorry,
deal?
I wrote Lawrence. My bad. No, it's Scrivello. Our Scrivello.
Okay.
The one we're looking for.
Orin Scrivello.
Yeah, sorry, I did.
Okay.
I
I thought that was a revelation. I was like, his name's Lawrence.
No, sorry, Orin.
What a nerd.
We're not
I'm sorry
getting
to
off.
any Lawrences out there. It's actually a
Sorry,
great name.
Lawrence. Fuck you, Lawrence and Craig. Yeah, we're not getting her back unless we bring his head.
Why does everybody want this guy? It's like
I mean, I know very
different
little about
groups.
him, but he is all they want to do here is basically everybody just lives in this world where they don't know what's outside, and they they're all worshipping the Chosen, and they're just living in their little bubble on their little island, and that's how they want it to be. But something that he's doing or can do is stopping it from happening fully. He is super powerful, and they want him gone so that they can just live their happy, non-existent lives.
And apparently he's a nut job now.
But and then next thing you know, I turn up here. Didn't I get thrown back or something? I can't remember. I blacked out.
You got on the boat and you started sailing back, and you started like thinking over things, and then you had flashes of you walking through the streets of Shaletown, and you blacked out, and you don't fully understand how you ended up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know that you guys, I know that you guys need him, and you need him alive, and people are gonna die, and Jeannie's now one of them. However, you guys need him alive. I need him dead.
Kind of feels a bit like it might do the whole world a lot more justice if he was dead, though.
However, Vi is not going to like him dead.
No.
No, Vi does not like the idea.
No.
But she
She's
could be convinced.
84.
Who knows?
84, you have a disguise kit, don't you?
I do.
So, they need Orin Scrivello's head.
Yeah.
What if it just looks like Orin Scrivello's head?
I mean, they can see through disguises, so they'll probably.
Shit! I didn't think of that.
I was about
Fuck's
to
sake!
say, they could see the fact that even as an object, they knew who I was. So.
Shit!
Not sure that's gonna work.
They can probably sense like an energy or something, because they could see exactly what I was.
About. They're powerful, and they've managed to turn a whole island into a whatever the fuck this place is.
A cult.
But he's even more powerful.
This is gonna sound absolutely insane, and even just thinking it is insane to me. But what if we just killed Father Crawford?
I don't know what that's going to do for the Chosen.
Me neither.
We have to get to him first.
Well, we
he's
have
invited us to dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by
it
what
seems like we're going to that dinner.
was saying,
we can't get off the island anyway.
One, we can't get off the island. Two, the problem is
but they've caused this.
He might not be like one being, if you know what I mean. He could very much be in two places at once, if not more. I don't know. Would killing one kill them all?
Well, if we kill the main one, kill the
but
original.
I still don't know where Jeannie is.
You don't know where Jeannie is. If we kill Father Crawford, does Jeannie immediately?
He said, "What did he say, TJ? Like she'll
get killed by an underling or something."
His words were, "Her body is safe for now." He didn't really elaborate further on where she might be.
The body is safe.
I don't love that.
So wait, where's the spirit?
No.
He didn't elaborate.
Where's the soul, TJ? Where's the soul?
In the Play-Doh.
I just want to quickly take a moment to say "fuck you, TJ."
My exact words when you told me what was going on, and I was like,
from Chloe's mouth after the session finished.
I was like, TJ, either Dex is gonna die or Jeannie's gonna die.
Yeah.
We've never had to make a choice.
Who knows?
You're making us choose between our two favorite NPCs. Fuck you.
Hey, you can.
Fuck you.
I'm not making you choose anything. It's just the situation that you're in.
This is a situation that you have created, TJ. This is your world. It doesn't have to be this way, TJ.
we could be shitting sunshines and rainbows and riding on unicorns right now, eating jelly beans, but we're not. Hang
No,
on.
we
I'm
did. We had to
between-
sign those waivers. We had to sign those
Uh,
waivers. Fucking
I-
hell.
we should have questioned more why we signed fucking waivers to start
Yeah.
this part of the campaign.
So-
I would like to add to the waivers that I don't want any of my NPCs to die.
Okay,
Aries,
so
one of
just
my
by the
conditions.
way, for listeners, I don't think we ever said this.
This is quite the tangent.
When we agreed to do this section, TJ gave us sheets of papers which are literally waivers saying what he can and can't do to us.
It was a mixture between like
as
safety tools
characters.
and like a waiver to be like, are you okay with like these things? What are you not okay with? It was like mostly down to like fears and things like that, like what you were afraid of and what you don't want included in these parts of the story. Which, by the way, any DMs watching, fucking use safety tools. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
And don't just randomly put your players into situations where you're just going to trigger them. Don't be that person. Use safety tools.
Yeah.
It should be at the beginning of the campaign, session 0. Thank you very much.
Yes.
But
Anyway.
So that's
we
our
should
fun
have
fact about this
taken-
session.
Yeah.
fun fact about the
That's our
session,
fun fact.
we
Fun
had to
fact,
sign
TJ
a
got us to sign
waiver.
waivers.
Yes. And you signed
Terrifying. Don't do it because then guess what? They can do what they like after you sign it. Because you've said, yeah, you can fuck me up in every other way. It's fine. We made terrible choices, everybody. Terrible choices.
My terrible choice was I was like, you can't kill any of the NPCs that I'm really close with unless I can stop it. So I have to be there for it.
You can technically stop this one,
I
but
could.
by stopping this one, you could kill Genie in the process.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, guys. We've either got take on most likely a mortal who's really powerful. You know, the Father Crawford dude. Kill Orin Scrivello, where Genie does survive, but then Dex dies. Kill Orin Scrivello, but go and fight Mobius, who is literally a angel built for war. Or we take Orin Scrivello to Mobius, and then Genie dies. And
The problem is
how
that
do
even
we-
if we get
yeah, how
Lawrence,
do we get out?
we can't get out. Like he's made it really clear. Like that's why people can't leave.
Mm.
It's like you literally can't. This place is made to not get off. The only way you can get off is if you basically have a chat with the Chosen, and then if we do this for them, like it's quite likely that they'll let us off. They'll give us pardon.
But hear me out. The Chosen Few didn't exist at a point.
Yeah, before the Chosen Few came here, this stuff wasn't a thing. Then the Chosen Few came here, and then this was a thing.
Great.
But if we kill the Chosen Few, will Genie just die?
Can I
We
get
need
out
to-
my history book, TJ?
I was just about to clarify something because 84, you would know this. So if you want to get a history
I have
book,
a history book.
I can clarify that. Correct. This place was different before the Chosen Few arrived. However, it wasn't like this when the Chosen Few arrived. It was sometime after the Chosen Few arrived. Then things started getting a bit strange. So the correlation between the Chosen Few have something to do with it, but given the
Gotta build
history
up to
book of
this
84,
shit.
it may not be entirely down to them. And the history book even says that like the Chosen Few arrived, they lived with the people of Shaletown for quite some time before things started getting a little bit weird. And there was
quite some time.
and there was a crash. There was in the papers that you discovered 84, it spoke about a skyship that was flying above this point a while ago and may have crashed somewhere. Then things started getting a bit weird.
Time to go
That's
kill
the
some
point.
aliens.
Yeah.
But Green is just going to be like, I don't have a fucking clue who the wooden guy is.
That's
But clearly
the woman.
we can not let him know that potentially we're going to kill.
Well, you said he's stronger than Father Crawford, so we probably couldn't.
I don't know. He was vague, but whatever this thing is of them trying to take over everyone's minds and have like their perfect little friendship island, he's stopping it. However he's doing that, he is stopping it. And him
Okay.
being here is a problem for them.
Okay, let's maybe gather as well. First of all, we need to convince the wooden boy Norman that you're okay to bring along.
I don't know what I'm telling my story is. I don't know how I'm telling him I ended up here.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
you can't mention Farmer Crawford.
At this point, you
Bubbles
hear
through me.
footsteps coming towards your position.
Yeah. Either way,
say
we need to get information before we do anything.
You say that you went to go find Jeannie, that you went to the island, that Bubbles helped you get onto the island, that you were searching, but you didn't find anything. And wait, how did you get back? How did you get in here?
Bubbles.
Yeah.
I don't know. I blacked out.
How do we say you got here?
Bubbles threw me in. There's just a wall, isn't there?
There's a wall that leads on to, because you'd see this on your map, but there is a wall that leads on to like the main, like Shaletown proper, but the stranded zone basically edges onto a cliffside leading off to the sea.
Is it at all reasonable that Bubbles threw me in, like in regards to how far away this is on a map?
If it's near the sea.
If you want, you can look at the map on Roll20 or on Discord to see if you can, if that's an excuse you want to reasonably come up with. It's up to you, depending on what you see on the map.
Maps.
Bubbles is a big boy.
The
big boy.
Where am I looking?
So you're in the stranded zone at the moment. So you should have a Shaletown map. It should be on.
Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah,
where's that map?
There is one on Roll20. It says Shaletown map. Go into.
Oh, it's in the party. I see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the stranded zone. Yeah, she could have thrown me in there.
Yeah. Bubbles can definitely throw you in that zone.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bubbles threw you in.
However, I'm not very good at
hence
lying.
why when we saw you, you were dazed.
And I am
From
injured.
Concussion.
You were dazed.
Someone hit me.
Because
I hit Garina.
Okay. Punch Garina.
Ow.
It's at this point you hear the gate starting to be unlocked, and you see the silhouette of a small boy. So, you got answers yet?
What do you want to know?
I want to know if I can trust you, and I want to know how you got in here. You disappeared from
you
your
trust
friends? Not entirely, no. They piqued my interest, but no, I don't entirely trust anyone. Your friends told me you disappeared. Now you just reappear in the stranded zone. I want to know how.
Guys, do you remember my invisibility potion?
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard Jeannie in my head, and I knew you'd never let me go. But also, I didn't want you guys coming with me because I didn't know what was going to happen. But I drank my invisibility potion and I headed towards the docks because that's where I felt like I could hear her coming from. I got in a boat and I went across the water, and Bubbles, do you know Bubbles, Norman?
Yeah, I know of it.
Yeah, Bubbles picked me up and threw me.
Wait, just picked you up and threw you? Where? Like,
yep. I was
Bubbles
heading
is actually very friendly.
I don't fucking think so.
Yeah. I was spoken to Bubbles.
You sort of see him like narrow his eyes and like look at you all. So he threw you. Then what? Threw you where?
I was heading towards the island, and I was so nearly there. I was so nearly at the dock.
Which one?
And Bubbles picked me up.
Which island?
The one with the lighthouse on it.
Oh. Okay.
And Bubbles picked me up and threw me. And I landed and I blacked out.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
I don't think I like Norman.
19.
19.
Whew.
He's just being a cautious boy.
Yes.
I want to burn him.
I want to burn him too. But
Yeah.
He looks at you and he just
Everybody, stop trying to burn children.
It's a wooden
goes,
boy.
we
It's
spoke
not
about
real.
it at the start.
I
It's a wooden
thought we
boy
weren't
inside.
trying to incite child death.
not incite
point.
it, just do it.
He looks at you and
Excellent.
he goes, "You're looking for your friend, the one that melted."
Mm-hmm. No, show him the necklace.
Who, by the way, Garina realized that she wasn't real way before any of us, so she's a
Yeah.
good one to keep around.
Fine. But I'm going to keep my eye on you. I want you in my sights at all times, you understand?
Yes, sir. It's really fucking sarcastic to this child.
Gus just like looks at him and he just goes, He's kind of intimidating. I'm scared.
Garina's gonna be like, we've got like 3 lighters on us, Gus, don't worry.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I'm not scared anymore. As he sort of like looks at you and goes,
Oh, Gus has a little knife, by the way, everyone,
Yeah,
as
he
well.
Oh my god,
like- he's
Oh
no!
my god,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's got a hammer.
Oh, yes, a hammer.
Yeah,
He's got a little hammer.
He's
What have
just
you
like
got there?
carrying
A
around
knife! No!
with him. No.
Sit down!
As Norman looks at you and goes, okay, fine. So you ready to meet the person you came all this way to find?
Oh, yeah, let's just go out now when the Crooked Man's out there. Smart.
No,
And
he's
we're
in-
inside the building.
Dave's
here.
here. This is where he lives.
We were just sectioned off.
Yeah. He closed the great door so
In
that you
between.
couldn't go any further.
Wait, the Crooked Man lives in this building?
No,
the person-
we're
No.
meeting Orin Scrivello.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was talking about
No.
the Crooked Man.
No, Crooked Man's out there. We're going in there.
Oh, wait, we're just in the building we need to be in.
Yeah.
That was just
Yeah.
a divider.
Yeah, there was like a divider between you and like the rest of the building.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought that we'd got into any random building
No.
to get away from the Crooked Man.
Norman
Mhm.
sort of like looks and pushes the great door open and goes, as I said, don't expect anything spectacular. Good luck getting even a sentence out of him that makes any sense. Come on in. And you see him just
I
like
hope we're gonna
walk
meet
in.
this man.
As you walk in, Norman leads you into a fairly open space. It's filled with all manner of knickknacks and items, and it's a hoarder's dream in this space.
Mm.
You see shelves and shelves filled with junk and wiring and wood and strange arcane items that look fairly innate, like they don't work anymore. You see drawers full of buttons and stitches and things just strewn about, paper just everywhere. You push further in and you see a chamber, an open chamber, fairly large, filled with just bits of furniture and large things, and it's fairly difficult to move in this space. But as you do, you push through, and you see a workbench at the far end of this room against a window that is, you can see the pale moonlight come through. And sat at this desk, you see hunched over is a humanoid figure with frizzy, wiry grey hair, dressed in what looks to be like orange and yellow work clothes that are tattered and ripped and worn. You see this figure, male, working on something frantically. And as you like look around you, you can see other half-built Normans just hanging from shelves and walls and ceilings by their legs and arms. Other figures that have been built in this space. And Norman approaches the figure sat at the workbench and whispers something to him. And the figure stops working. And he turns. And you see his face disheveled, bearded, massive, rounded, almost like hexagonal glasses that he's wearing. He's got
Cool.
wide eyes, wide blue eyes, and you can see him like his mouth twitching and his eye going a little bit. And he goes, "Well, you made it to tea, I see. Marvelous. How about you all sit down? I'll make something real nice." And that's where we're going to have a
my
break.
fucking God.
Welcome back, everybody. You join us here in this tumultuous moment where they finally get eyes on the famous, apparently infamous, Orin Scrivello. So,
Better be hot and mad. Just saying. He can't be just mad.
He's definitely not going to be hot. Go on.
No, I don't think so.
No, absolutely fucking
That's
not.
exactly what I expected.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how he sounds.
Yeah, cookie old man.
Yeah. So,
It's not loading for me.
Love him though.
yeah, he's great.
I love him though.
No, thumbs
I
down.
would absolutely try and make friends with him.
Thumbs down. Okay, so as you
I
enter the
just realised
space,
why I put a fire emoji on Norman.
nice.
That's funny.
As you enter the space, Orin Scrivello looks at you and seemingly starts babbling on about something about tea. As he sort of like looks and you see his eye twitching, and he just stares at you all. And Norman,
Yes, tea sounds wonderful.
Tea? Have you got tea? Who said anything about tea?
You did.
Dear.
Tea? Ah,
Yeah.
living on a corpse. Living on a corpse. Times are tough. Times are tough.
And then would like to look at Norma and be like, is it safe to drink the tea?
We haven't got any tea.
Okay. Good to know.
This is what I was talking about.
Do I have any hot chocolate supplies left?
I don't know, do you?
Um,
I can't even remember what we came to talk to him about.
Well, we're going to kill the man.
No, we came to talk to him about something first.
Ah,
okay,
yes.
talk to him about them first. No, I don't. Very
Aw,
sad.
sad times.
So sad.
Information before murder.
Yeah, that is ideal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at times.
Can I offer the man a ration?
Yep.
Mhm.
Sort of like hold out ration
Yeah.
to him, and he sort of takes it and goes, thousands of years cultivating cannibalism. Not me, not me. And he just starts to like eat things that you're standing to him.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good.
Can 84 like just go like sit cross-legged like in front of him with the history book and like I guess like put it out like next to him like a storybook
Yeah.
like with a kid.
He sort of like sit on the floor and like lay it out, and he looks at you. He goes, "You, oh, small, tenacious reader. I see, reader. Pages,
That's me.
pages and pages. Strangers everywhere, among the ground."
Ground.
Hmm.
And I'm just gonna be like, do you know how this place changed from
Change,
what it used to be to how it is now?
change.
Changed.
He nailed it. He did it. He changed. He changed them. He changed all of them. Changed you.
He
Change.
who?
Stranger. Stranger on the hill. Or living above a corpse, living on a corpse. Difficult to say. Difficult to say.
Can I message into Orin Scrivello's head and see if like his thoughts are more coherent than his words?
Yeah.
What
would you like to say?
I'd like to message and be like, God, what do I want to say? I was like, oh, this good idea that I've got, which might not pay off. But I was like, oh, I don't know what to say. Stranger. No. Do you mean Father Crawford up in the palace?
Go ahead and make a wisdom save for me.
Ooh.
Don't go into the crazy man's mind.
Oh wait, does save count as check?
Yes.
Damn it.
Actually, no, it's just checks, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
ability checks that we agreed on, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Okay,
not,
natural
save
20
is
then.
not- Natural 20, okay.
Yeah.
as you like message this into his head, you fully expect a reply. He's human. He's fully human. There's nothing that seems unhuman about him. And as you like push this into his mind, you get a response back, but it is 1,000 jumbled words. It's static. It's his voice just overlapped over and over again as if he's talking at 1,000 miles an hour. There's no coherent thought in there.
Okay.
Interesting.
84, don't try a message into this man's head. Ugh.
Okay. TJ, are there any drawings or anything around the place? Are there any
Go
pieces
ahead.
of paper?
Make a perception check. There are like papers strewn about the place as well, freely.
Sure. Oh. Nat one.
That one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You can't tell. Oh, actually, what I'll say. Like looking around, you see a piece of paper, and you sort of pick it up, and you start like smiling, and you start to see like drawings that Orin has made, and the rest of you look at 84 staring at this blank piece of paper that's like dirtied and torn.
And I try. So I'm seeing drawings, am I?
Yes. Yeah. You're seeing.
And I
like,
try and
yeah.
replicate the drawings on my own
Sure.
paper.
Go ahead and make a wisdom save for me.
Oh.
TJ?
Yes.
Sorry, quick thing. Did you say it was a wisdom save I had to do earlier as well?
Yes.
Because it would be 20, it would be a nat 20, but then plus 6, so 26, if that changes anything.
It's still a nat 20, so don't worry. I'm
Okay, that's
faithful to the nat 20s. It's all good.
That's fair.
And under some circumstances, maybe not, but like in general, yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
I was like, oh, is it like over 25 or so? You know.
What did you
That's
roll?
an 8.
8. You start to like replicate the drawing, and you're just scribbling lines on this paper. You're fairly certain it's like replicated it, but like looking back, it looks nothing like it. But you continue just to replicate it and draw it,
Okay.
and it's just squiggles.
Okay. Fair enough. Can I show him the squiggles?
You show him the squiggles, and he goes, "Or times and times again, looping and over looping. The joys of living on a corpse, and the stranger, looping, forever looping. Artistic.
Same.
I thought they used that same. I was like, oh, that sounds like another word right now.
Really, I was really hoping you wouldn't. That was good.
If it wasn't Aries, it was going to be me.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just see him like his eyes like darting, and you see him like moving his eyes really fast around the room. And Norman just sort of looks and goes, "You're not gonna get any sense out of him. And this is what I was talking about. You can ask your questions. You can show him what you need to. You can take him with you if you can figure out a way to get out of here. But there's no sense in him. He's gone.
You remember Kaine?
Names. What's in a name? A name of a leader, a name of a crown."
Okay. So he does remember Kaine. Do you know of a Mobius?
Names everywhere, written on the walls, in the books, in the pages.
Okay, doesn't know Mobius. Okay. Anyone else got an idea? Feel free.
Make a perception check, by the way, Naren.
Sure. Okay.
I just want to ask, generally, what do you know about the Forsworns?
Sworn in as a knight, sworn in as a hero of the land. Once, never again. Tricked them. They did. Tricked them all. What was your role? Okay, cool.
6.
Cool.
Okay. Why does everyone want you dead? Or just want...
Or alive.
Or alive? Why is everyone after you?
Dead like a corpse. After the truth, after the history. Living on a corpse. We're all living on a corpse. The green, the soil. None of it's real. None of it was ever real.
Are you saying this land is dead?
It
Or are you
died.
saying it's an actual corpse?
It died. Died long ago. Died. Cast out. Cast down. Killed. Murdered.
By who?
By them. Everywhere them. Forever. Pages. Forgotten. Tyrannous.
Are we on the body of a god?
Gods and men and women and days and babies and children everywhere. Nothing worth it. Nothing worth it at all.
What do you know about the chosen few?
Oh, they chose. They chose. We chose. You chose. Here and now. Then. And in the future.
What do you
Do
know
you
about the
remember-
curse on Shaletown?
Curses. Curses come in all forms and shapes and sizes. Sizes they are. Matter not. 7 feet. Size 7 feet. And he sort of like brings up his like foot and just like bangs it on a table and starts like banging on a table repeatedly.
I wonder if
That
this is like, you know how in Wizard of Oz, where like you think you're talking to the Emerald Man or whatever his name is, but it's not actually him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like he's hidden behind a curtain or something. I wonder if this is the
Mm.
same thing, because this is bullshit.
And I know this is gonna seem weird,
Mhm.
but can 84 try and cast comprehend languages?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
See whether she can make sense of, like, as if he's speaking in his own language in a way.
Okay, yeah.
Karina's gonna look around.
Okay.
That's
She's
fun.
looking behind curtains.
Karina, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
I've seen this film.
And
I've seen
take
this great
four.
image somewhere.
Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier for me.
I rolled a 3.
A 3. Looking around,
Do-
you're fairly certain this man is this man. There's no person pulling the curtains, but you don't really find a lot else.
Okay.
Among like
Can
the
I
junk, it's
tell
just
Gus to go
door.
have a look?
Yeah, Gus just sort of like wanders off and goes, "Aye, aye,
Go on, Gus.
Saviour," and just sort of starts wandering away.
Do you want me to roll anything else with that? Is it a check? That's what
No,
I'm
just
asking?
that because you're casting a spell.
Okay.
So it's the potency of what you can achieve with this,
Okay.
basically.
And it's a 22.
22. As you like cast this and you listen to him, it is common, obviously, and he is speaking in the sentences that he knows. But there is an element, there is a twinge as you cast this spell. There is like a muffle just for like a second where you think that there is something trying to push through to talk, but it's not quite working. And you're unable to comprehend what he's trying to say. But there seems to be something trying to push there. As if there's like 2 languages happening at once, basically. You're just unable to like solely focus on this point of what actually is being told.
Okay, I'd like to relay that to the group.
Okay.
Like, I think there's something blocking what he's actually trying to say, whether it's a spell that's making him like this, whether he's chosen to make himself like this in order to not give away information. But when I'm listening to him, I can almost hear 2 conversations going on, but the other one I can't make out.
Hmm.
But
Can
he's
I
definitely saying other words.
Can I talk to the gem in my head?
Yeah,
And
sure.
just be like, you ever seen anything like this before? This is the man we're after, and it's like a fucking loser to me.
Well, he is a specimen, isn't he? Well, I've seen madness before, sure. This seems like the typical kind of insanity that you'd get when you peer inside the mind of a man who's lost everything. But the incoherent babbling, difficult to decipher. His words must mean something, surely. The man still speaks, after all. I'd say this was an extreme bout of madness, if anything. There could be more to it, I'm unsure.
How do you fix madness?
If I knew that, my dear, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Fair play.
And you hear the voice just fade.
I laugh in my head. I'm like, I am talking to myself. So yeah.
So thinking out loud here,
Mm-hmm.
there's possibly some kind of magic stopping him from being sane, right?
Yes.
Karina, doesn't your axe stop magic-y stuff?
It doesn't stop magic-y stuff, but I can deal more damage to magic-y stuff.
No.
It stops it in the way that it dies.
No.
Yeah. Which
Maybe
isn't
not
of
then.
much use.
I can. I mean, one of the things I can do, which again, this will all be above the table. And to be fair, Garina won't know this yet because she hasn't done it. But one of the things is if I hit a crit, I can use something called Memory Forge if I roll a 3 on my D4, which basically means that I peer into the target's mind and extract an aspect of their being.
Oh my god.
However, I've never done that yet. I've never rolled a 3. I just do the fucking darkness one.
And that's what you do on a paperclip kind of thing as well.
Yeah,
where
and
you're trying to do as little damage as possible.
I mean, I didn't want him gone, so Garina wouldn't mind, but I've got nothing. Do you know who could be good? Genie.
Yeah.
Well,
Genie would be
Genie's
great.
not here.
What have I got in my? What's in everyone's bags? Let's do a what's in our bag.
Gus
I
comes
got
back
nothing useful. I already looked at both.
Gus comes back and he's like, I couldn't find anything, Xavier, although I think I got distracted by this really cool ball. And it's just like a ball with like nubs on it, and he just like plays with it. He goes,
"Oh, fantastic!"
I spent most of my time playing with this, so I couldn't really see much.
And can 84 take it off of Gus?
Yeah, he goes, but that's mine. I want it. I found it.
But finders keepers. I fully agree. But can I look at it?
Okay. You look at it, and it is like just a wooden ball with nubs. It seems like a fidget toy that's been carved out of wood.
Okay.
Can I
quickly? I just wanted to quickly do an Arcana check on it.
Go ahead, make an Arcana check.
I just don't love the fact that there's random shit just around.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of random shit around, can I check for books?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Oh, I would also like to check for books.
Go ahead and make an
I
investigation
want a book
check.
for Beetroot. I do not find a book for Beetroot.
So
I got 21.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Slow down. 84. What was yours first?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You are fairly certain this is an innate, unmagical item.
Okay, then I will give it back to Gus.
Gus just like takes it with both hands and just starts fidgeting with it again.
Dan,
what did you roll?
A natural 1.
Oof. Yeah, there's a lot around that's fairly distracting and that's very overwhelming. Naren, what did you get?
21.
21? You stupid.
Oh.
Sorry. It's the meme. Get it?
I know it's the meme.
So
9 plus 10.
9 plus 10, what you say? It's 21. Okay, so go ahead and roll me firstly, roll me a d4.
Cool. It's a 1.
A 1? Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Get in the pot. The rule is you got to be in the pot. That's another 1.
Another 1. Okay. Go ahead and roll me another d4.
All the ones coming out right now.
Really is. Oh, 3!
3.
Yay!
Okay.
Annoyingly, I got a 3 on the d6 as well, but I didn't go in the pot. My rule is it needs to be in the pot.
Go ahead and roll me a d10. And you got, what was it, 21, right?
21, yeah.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
8 on the D10.
8. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a D10 4 more times.
That's a 9.
9.
Another 8.
Okay.
A 10.
10. One more.
Bust.
And a 4.
And a 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sick.
8,
Sweet.
9, 8, 10, 4.
Cool. Okay, so we'll go through some things you find first. As you're looking around this space, you start to hear him like babbling in the background, just like talking to himself, muttering to himself, and he spins around and starts to work on something at his desk fairly quickly. At a glance, as you're like going through the space, you notice there's a pouch that feels fairly heavy that you find, and the pouch contains 50 gold pieces.
Steal this old man's money.
There is
He doesn't need it.
there's a
I
small
mean, he might.
satchel of things that you find, and like looking through them, you realize that there are calligrapher's supplies. You find one of those. Heading around and a little bit like further into this space, you look around a little bit more, and there's like just an offcut of shelves that not divides the room up, but like there is like a small area that is slightly off from the rest of this open space. And in a box shoved as if it's been hidden away, almost as if it was not like hidden from someone, but hidden just to hide. You notice that there is a suit of armor stuffed into a box. You're unsure what it is or what it does, but you find this armor, and it's actually very intricate. It's not polished, it's fairly dusty. It's almost pure black, and it has like ringlets around the arms and like a crest in the center of the chest piece.
What's the crest look like?
The crest looks almost like a diamond shape, and it has like a snake's head coming off at the top of it.
Don't I have a thing in my bag?
I
I have a statue thing.
You have do you have the statue thing? Did you say?
I have a statue thing in my bag. I do. Which has similar markings, I believe, on the box or something, at least.
It doesn't. Naren doesn't remind you of that box that you've seen.
No?
But looking a little
does
bit
it not?
more around, you do feel a thrum, and it feels very familiar to what was inside that box. And following that thrum around the room, you come across piles of paper and broken furniture, and you just sort of pull them aside, and just cast aside at the bottom is half of a statuette.
Oh.
Broken in the center, and it depicts what looks to be some sort of humanoid octopus figure. Its head, its hair drooped with tentacles down, and it's made of the same stone as you saw from the statue in the box. You also notice among this pile, there's a box that you drag out. There is a bounty, a wanted poster, and it doesn't have an image on it, but it's a bounty poster from the Empire, from the Pysavithian Empire, from your home, that says that they are hunting a, quote, suspected fracture by orders of the Empress Pysaveth herself. And there is also a note that you find, and opening this note and reading it, you find that it's an invitation to the Foundation, but you're unsure who sent it. you also, in terms of books, by the way, you also find 5 books. You find one called, if you want to write this down, you don't have to. It's up to you. I'll send them to you later. You find a book called Nandor the Relentless, a biography of vampiric greatness.
Is this me?
Yeah, this is all you.
Okay.
You were looking.
Cool.
you did the role.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
just like you, but you were talking to 84 for a while, so I was like,
oh
is this me
no.
now?
Yeah, sorry. No, that was. So yeah, no.
Statue things.
From the statue that you saw, that you do find a very similar statue just cast aside in this space. Naren, so the books you find are one called Nandor the Relentless, a biography of vampiric greatness.
Ooh,
And yes, dear viewers,
Nandor.
those of you who know, you know. If you don't,
Nandor the
don't worry
what?
about it. Nandor the Relentless.
This equals vampires. There we go.
Pretty much. A one called the Novak Experiments.
That's not good.
Another called Shaletown, a Fisherman's Paradise. That seems to be more of a brochure.
Okay.
You find a book called The Ones Who See All.
No, Pen, don't do this to me. No, stop.
No.
I started writing quicker. I was like, oh, nice. And then it started being like, and I don't write. I'm like, stop. No, start. Yeah. Okay.
And the last book you find is what looks to be a fairy tale book called Horrors of the Deep.
I won.
You don't care.
Hand it over.
No. Tradesies.
I don't trades. I collects.
No. Tradesies.
No, I don't trade. I
Otherwise,
collect.
it's Finders Keepers. This is mine.
No.
You respect Finders Keepers, you little shit.
Well, I will find.
It's your role.
I will find us keepers later.
No.
And that's all you find like going through this space. Yeah. What would you like? Are you collecting everything? Did you take the armor, or are you sort of leaving it? It's up to you.
Did I take the artifact?
No, the armor or anything around.
The armor. No, the armor I would like to point out to Jam.
Okay.
Be like, Jam, do you reckon you'd suit this? That's pretty cool.
So this armor, I think it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Might be quite protective for you.
Do
I notice anything arcana-y about it?
Go ahead and
Before I make Jam put this on, like the one person I actually kind of trust.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Oh, get in the bowl. Okay. Kind of wish you didn't get in the bowl. Oh, I really wish you didn't get in the bowl. That's only 5. You want to know what I rolled?
Go on.
I rolled a 4 and a 20.
Oh.
I know.
It looks like a fairly decent set of armor. It looks slightly like worn and a bit chipped, as if it might be like a bit of work might need to be doing on it. But you're unsure whether there is any magic element to it or not. You can't tell.
Jam, I think you should wear the armor. That's really rad.
I would like to take a look at the armor and see what kind of repairs it would need, whether it's worth replacing my chainmail with.
Go ahead and make me.
Chainmail under.
What would this be? Make me an Arcana check, and also make me a survival check as well.
Arcana interview. Okay, I'm gonna do the survival first.
Okay.
Oh, that's 19
Nice.
plus 4. Maths 23.
Okay.
And then Arcana. Thank you for being a +0. Never mind. Fuck you for being a +0. That's a 7.
Okay. Again, you're unsure if this has any magic element to it. But the armor that you can see, like looking over it, you would definitely understand that it would be beneficial. It would be more beneficial than your chainmail if you had like a specialist look at it to fix it up a little bit.
Okay, I'm checking the armor.
I'm gonna with the survival check as well. You would understand because obviously, being Michelin Guard and things, there's definitely something about this armor that isn't quite as it seems. Like it's not normal armor by any means. There may be slightly more elements to it, but you're unsure what those might be. But looking at it, it's a very fine set of armor that you have never seen before. However, Naren, thinking over it in your head, you would have seen this armor before. You would know this armor to be Empire in origin.
Yeah.
It's from the Empire. Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't saying nothing.
Okay.
I just think that it might be useful for Jam.
Okay, cool.
Do I know anything more
Vicious.
to myself? Do I know anything more about like what the armor might have done to the soldiers, or like how the soldiers used it, or anything?
Make a history check for me.
With that. Oh, good. Okay. Okay. You got to be shitting me. I rolled a nat 20 to determine what I roll, and then I rolled a 3 and a 5. History. 9.
9. You know this armor doesn't belong to the Pyzavethian like army. It's not like it doesn't come from Sindari, basically, the capital city of the Empire. But you would, so you know that for sure, but you're unsure what this symbol in the center means or who might have used it.
Okay.
But you know it doesn't belong to the Empress's army for sure.
Okay. That's going to be my little secret.
What would the rest of you like to do in this space?
I'm sorry, Aries.
Oh. Don't like that you said that.
No, I just said I'm sorry just in case Jam has any, like, know about the Empire. I don't know anything, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Encouraging.
Yeah, I'd like to put this... I'd like to put this big chunk of armor in my pocket.
Okay. I'll say you can strap it up and like put it on your back, like above your backpack and things like that. So if you want to do that, it's fine. Yeah, you can take that with you. For now,
I like the idea of it being in my pocket more. But actually, what am I?
I'll give you what it is now, but you can't use it just yet because it is broken.
Okay.
Add into your inventory armor of resistance.
No.
You're unaware.
Is it a custom thing?
No, it's a D&D item, so it should just.
Well, no.
Should do. Yeah.
No.
You spelling?
It's only coming up with. Yeah, I'm spelling armor right. It's coming up with armor of the luminous.
Oh. Weird.
Seems like some weird armor.
Just go ahead and write it in your book for now, and we'll sort it in a second. And I'll go through it with you in just a second.
Okay, I googled resistant and it's come up with more stuff. Okay. Hold on. I would like just general resistance, please. Stop giving me specifics.
What would the rest of you like to do in this space whilst you're here?
I'm guessing there's not a lot around, apart from I guess the different Norman bodies and such.
Yeah, so with your investigation check earlier, there's not a lot that you can like figure out. But there is like just a lot of clutter. So much that it's like too much. But there are like other wooden bodies hanging from different parts of the room and like draped over tables and things.
Okay. I would prefer to try and sit down with him, and I want to try and like draw scenes, I guess, of the town out with him.
Okay.
To be like, oh, like this is the round, and to like draw out different sections of the town and to see what like his reactions to them are. And I want to show him the map of the outside world to see whether he still remembers the outside world.
Okay.
And to like draw a kind of map of how we got into this town and stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a charisma check for me.
For sure. Oh, we love that. That's the one we want. Nat 20, baby.
Nice.
With charisma added, that's a 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you like sit with him and sort of like, because you at this point you'd have to sort of like be by him because he's almost like ignoring everyone now and he's just like working, like tinkering away on like different like small bits, and you're sort of drawing with him and like showing him and different scenes of the town, and like going through all of this with him, and he just sort of looks back and forth at what he's doing to your drawings, back and forth, and he just sort of like goes and he goes, Journeys can be wonderful. Journeys to dark places can be even better. And just continues.
So did you used to come here then, if journeys to dark places can be even better?
Unknowns, history, the slayers of champions. And his eyes starts like twitching and just like looking around. And he starts tinkering more.
What's he tinkering with?
Make a Arcana check for me.
An Arcana check?
Mm-hmm.
It's not great. It is a 8.
8. You're unsure, but he seems to be like mixing various ingredients, and like constructing almost what looks to be like a homemade wooden vial. And you can see he's getting like frustrated with it, and he just like tips out the ingredients that are all dried and things. And Norman sort of looks over and he goes, I wouldn't worry about what he's making. He hasn't been able to make it for a while. He's been trying days and days and days, all he ever does. That's why he gave up on these. And he looks over to the other wooden children. He's trying to recreate
maybe I can help.
Sure. You can try. How much do you know about alchemy? Because dried ingredients here ain't working.
Nice. I try a lot of things. Turns out I have a lot of random knowledge in my head.
Well, it can be useful. So it's difficult to explain, but when he first got here, he told me that he came to the Stranded Zone by himself. He wasn't thrown in here by the chosen few like most of us are. He just came here, and before he went crazy, he concocted some kind of potions and vial. And I think he just drank too much of it to save himself, and it ended up snapping him.
Right. So do you think that's what he's trying to create again? Now?
It's the only thing that comes to mind. I mean, he's stopped working on any of his other inventions. He just seems to want to create this. That's all he ever does.
Okay. Can I look at the ingredients, please? That he's like messing with now,
yes.
And see what else is like around on his table. Like,
go ahead and make a perception check for me, or perception or investigation, whichever one.
Let's go with investigation. I have a chance on investigation. I don't on perception. And thank fuck for that, because it was a 1 and a 20. So that is a 24.
Looking over at the ingredients that he's like using, you can definitely tell that whatever he's using isn't going to work for any kind of alchemy. It's dust. It's dried bits of leaves. It's random bits. And you sort of like look over, and he's not really looking at any particular recipe, but you do notice among the clutter and the dirt of his desk, you notice there is an almost pristine piece of paper that seems to just be like hanging out, and it's got scribbles on it, and you see the scribble of a vial on the bottom of it. And as you pull it out, you start to read that it's a potion designed to save someone from insanity, to combat whatever's happening in Shaletown. But what seems to have happened is Orin has drawn and scribbled and written all over it, and there are ticks for various ingredients apart from 2, and they're separated.
Right.
The ingredients are what look to be something that you can decipher to be called rotter root. There seems to be a very rushed drawing of something, a place in Shaletown that has been circled, that just says fields, and another ingredient that's called essence. And next to essence is some scribbles and things that you can't quite decipher, but it just says island, whisper, whisper, island, 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 whisper, whisper all over it, next to the ingredient of essence.
Okay. And so he has everything else, is what we're assuming?
You can assume that, yeah. Everything else is ticked apart from those 2.
Okay, can I turn to Norman and I'm like, is this what you've been working from? Is this why you've been collecting dead body parts?
No, the body parts are they're for a different thing, but this is an abandoned project that was too dangerous. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it
but
was
does
never
he
tested.
have the rest of it?
Yeah, sure, but I don't know where. They're here somewhere. Before he drank a bunch of that shit that he made and then forgot, he put them somewhere, hid them, so that they couldn't be replicated.
Right.
Can
and 84 try and make, I guess, a copy or the best she can of a copy of this?
Yes,
from
go ahead
his
and
scribbled and scrawlings.
make a sleight of hand check for me as you
Sure.
try and copy down this thing.
Oh, well, it wouldn't have mattered what I rolled because all of it was garbage. Hooray! Just what we wanted. 13.
13? You make a fairly decent effort of
13.
it. There are some like words that you get mixed up because obviously there's like drawings and scribbles and things that you can't quite make out. So you get like some words that don't quite make sense in those sentences. But Norman sort of looks at you and goes, Can I take a closer look at that?
Sure.
He sort of takes it and
Hand
looks
it over.
over it and goes, I think this isn't what we were working on before. It's not what he did before. It's something more powerful. These ingredients, they're not both of them aren't used in this. They're one or the other. I think this was he mentioned a while ago some last-ditch effort or some saving grace. I think this is it. This is either one, both. I think one ingredient. I know that rada root, you put that in there, and it will kill someone almost instantaneously.
Oh.
But the essence, I've never heard of that before. I don't think you're supposed to put both of those things in this potion. It's one or the other. I'm pretty sure they
the
do
idea is
different
not
things.
to kill people, so surely we want to go with the Essence Island Whisper.
He Orin spins round and grabs the blueprint from Norman and holds up to your face and goes, "Choices! Choices everywhere! Choices then leaving the corpses behind, leaving the land, leaving the decisions. Choices. Natural. And unnatural."
We can make a choice. Yeah. As to whether we help or we hurt.
He points to Essence and goes, "Show them. Show one. Only one."
Okay. Island Whisper, do you mean Shale Bay Island? And I'm gonna show him the map of Shaletown.
You show him the map of Shaletown.
And I'm gonna point to the island and I'm gonna go, Island Whisper?
He sort of looks and with a shaking finger he points to Shale Bay Island and then starts dragging his finger across. And if you look on the real map, you can see just faded off at the bottom of the map, there's a bit of landmass. And he starts tapping.
Yes.
And tapping. And tapping and tapping and tapping. And he sort of pulls away. And he looks at you. The Chosen. The Chosen sits there.
That's where they go. That's where the Chosen end up.
The Chosen. He came. He came from far. And you see him his eyes become diluted. And you see him just sort of thinking. Running. Running from what? Running from her. But I found him. And I ran. He was there. In the island. Buried. Waiting. Old. Ancient, so old. Controlling. Lonely. Show them. Show one. Only one. Or kill only one. Decisions. Choices. And you see his eyes go a little bit smaller and he blinks and goes, "Food! Meals! How about it, Hector?" And he just looks to nothing.
Okay. Yeah, 84 is gonna take her scribblings and she's gonna check again against what he wrote. And she's gonna check the map of Shaletown and she's gonna put a big X on that weird bit of land.
Okay.
And she's just going to write down Island Whisper Essence question mark.
Nice.
And she's gonna be like, show only one. She's gonna write a couple of weird notes from what he said. Basically. And she's gonna go back to the others. And she's gonna be like, okay, I think he may have figured out a way to make everybody sane again.
Oh.
I think he made a potion.
Oh.
And I think he's got all the ingredients but one.
Hey, great.
Yep. And I think I know where the last one is too. So I've just had, I think, an almost coherent conversation with him. Almost.
Nice. That's good. Unfortunately, this does dub you the translator now.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Go ahead and make
What's
an
Garena doing right now?
Make an intelligence check for me, 84. What is Garena doing right now?
Me.
I think Arena's just kind of staring at him, like watching it all unfold, because obviously all she wants to do is kill him, because it means she gets
Yeah.
Jeannie back. But she also knows that she cannot make that decision.
Oh. That's an 18, DJ.
An 18. You sort of going over that incoherent conversation and then like parts of it that were vaguely coherent, you would understand that this potion is likely designed for a single dose to a single person to either kill them or show them something.
Yeah. And so she's gonna be like, I think he made this for Father Crawford. I think he has designed this to either heal or kill Father Crawford. Because there's two versions. One which we add Rotter Root to, which just kills. Or one which we add Essence to, which heals and shows. I'm not quite sure what shows means. I don't know whether in Father Crawford's mind that would mean shows him what he's doing is wrong and that he's trapping everybody here. Shows him that what he's doing is false. I don't know. But it's made for one person. This isn't a you can roll it out to everybody in town kind of a deal. This is you do it to one person and hopefully it solves the problem.
What stops us making more?
I guess getting the ingredients. Considering he scribbled a bunch of stuff all over the other ones, it's quite difficult. And he's hidden the other ingredients too, which really helps.
Of course.
Great.
I mean, I'm pretty sure once I bring him the last ingredient, I'm pretty sure even in his crazy state, he knew once I was talking about making that potion what I was talking about. So I'm pretty sure he might be able to go find those ingredients again. I think he knows where he puts them. And so I think if I bring him the last ingredient, he can go find those other ingredients again. I don't think we'll have to search for them.
So he's not completely insane. He's just buffering.
Yes. Yes. I think he's trapped himself in his own mind in order to make sure that no one can get information from him, including himself. He's basically making himself practically useless.
See.
Let's kill him.
That's what I think. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
There's I'm sure that there's a way that we can find to make sure that everyone we care about is okay.
If we make this potion and we
Kill him.
No.
We make him drink the rotted root.
No.
Fantastic.
No.
Great plan.
No. 84 is gonna go up and hold both Karina's hands, and she's gonna shake her a little bit. And she's gonna be like, "No." She's gonna be like, "We try not death first, maybe, just maybe. I understand that
So
we want Jeannie back. I understand."
Fine.
And we do have to leave. Also, that would be pretty good.
It's the one time I agree with Narin, where so many people want this man. We might as well do everyone a favour.
Yeah. If he's dead, he can't cause any more damage.
So many people want him.
So many people will die, but also maybe a lot more will be saved.
Yeah, the problem is that if we kill him, then Vi's brother
Mobius
Mobius is
kills
gonna
Dex and
kill
other people. Yes.
is gonna kill a lot of other people. And we don't know how many that's gonna be.
No.
And, you know, we don't know if we can deal with Mobius.
What does Dex or does Mobius want him for?
Want who for? Dex?
No.
Orin. We don't know.
Orin,
He
we
didn't
don't
say.
know. He wants free mortals, and we only know he wants Orin. We don't know about the other two.
Did
We don't know who the
he-
other two are.
So there'll be another two.
There'll
as
be
well.
another two.
Yeah.
Whether he's asking us to go get them or not is another story.
You would know he's only asked you to go and get Orin, and he said he's
Yeah, he's
found-
only asked us
he
to get
knows where
Orin
his others are
because he can't get here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows what?
He's said to the Vine Jam that he knows where the other two might. He knows where one of them is, definite, and might know where the other one is. And he's only asked you to go and get Scrivello.
Yeah, because he can't get into Shaletown because of the barrier.
Mm.
Oh, it didn't seem to bother us.
No, but he's an
We're not
angelic
celestials.
being,
Mm.
and yeah.
And then who else wants him?
The people that
Kaine,
want
my
his head.
sister.
Yeah, Kaine wants him
And
to go back in the crown, and also your Vi's niece as well wants information from him.
Mm.
Oh my
oh, yeah,
god.
forgot about that.
The fact that I don't think he can give anybody any information whatsoever.
No.
We kill him. What's the point? We can't do what we've asked.
But we could undo what he's done to himself and get information from him. And then maybe kill him.
I'm worried
After
that we
kills him?
undo this and he's so powerful that then he's like, bye, and he's off. And we're like, brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd be sort of in our favor if we'd be in his favor. Sorry, if we do
Yeah.
heal him, and that point you'd be like, all right, well, I hope you get out.
But
And then
what
we're
if he
done.
doesn't see it as a favor because he's done it to himself and now we're undoing his work
Mm-hmm.
that he's done to protect himself?
Well, we don't know if he has actually done it to himself.
Well,
it could have just happened.
Apparently, he was taking this potion for a while, and it made him kind of crazy.
Yeah, every potion's got baby steps, you know. Sometimes you gotta test on yourself, and things go wrong, and you know, sometimes you just go a bit batshit. It's
We're
fine.
gonna have to fight someone.
We're gonna have
basically.
to kill someone.
It's either we like make him not insane anymore, and then he tries to kill us. And by the sounds of it, so many people want him that he's gonna absolutely whip our asses.
Yeah.
2 is that we kill Morbius, which sounds impossible, or we kill the Chosen and Father Crawford, which also feels impossible.
Yeah, quite a lot of stuff feels impossible right now.
And 84 just crumple into a ball on the floor, please. She's just gonna sit there and just be like, I don't want to
With-
answer any of these questions.
I almost feel like now is the time to like cut the episode just so we can all go to bed and think about our
You know what?
choices.
That's a fairly good plan. That
Real
will
quick
be
before you do,
Yeah.
If we kill the cult dude, freaking
Crawford.
thank you. Would it possibly lift everything that's happened to Shaletown?
Exactly.
No, he's not the Chosen.
Who is the Chosen?
I don't know. He talks to the Chosen basically, and he says, because I asked him about the Crooked Man, and he was like, Crooked Man has got nothing to do with me. That's from them, like the Chosen.
Okay.
Well,
He was
apparently
like,
the Chosen are on this other island.
Yeah, so if we go to this island,
So if we go to the island,
we solve all the
Yeah.
things.
solve all the things.
Chosen are also not super nice, and you can only really talk to them if you.
We can get Bubbles to take us there, and then Naren can do the talking. Because Naren's talked to some spooky people so far already.
All I know is that if we fuck anything up here, like Genie goes instant.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like we make one wrong turn, that's it. She's gone. Whereas like we don't really know what's going on with Dex. Like we haven't spoke to him. We haven't spoke to any of your sister, your brother.
No,
I don't want to talk to your brother, but
I don't want to talk to my brother either. I just want dead. But if we can get to Jeannie within 1 minute of her dying, I can bring her back to life.
oh, brilliant!
If I spend basically all my money.
Mm.
To find her first.
Yeah. But either way, we've got at least till the end of tomorrow, because I said I'd go see. Well, it's the night currently, kinda.
Are we missing dinner?
Yeah, we're missing a dinner because I was like, oh, I'll either see you tonight or tomorrow night, sort of thing. Is what I said. So we
could
missed
always
one
go to
night.
dinner.
So yeah,
We
we
could
got
go to
till.
dinner.
Everyone's
go to
going
dinner.
back to the dinner. The fucking dinner.
Yeah,
Are we going to
and-
do all the islands?
That's where we're going to end our session. So the
Can we get somewhere else,
Hang
please?
on.
Come on.
The group's gonna
No.
come
gonna
together and
explode.
discuss and think about things because fairly big decisions being made. So for now, we will bid you farewell. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.